Hello and welcome to Vampire the Masquerade over here on the Rip RPG. If you have no idea what we're talking about pirate parrots and
Flawless.
cats, lovely ghouls.
Flawless.
Or ghouls, ghoul friends.
Ghoul friends. We lost Matthew already.
We lost Matthew.
Because my violent dabbing made me drop my
Dab.
dice tray, and
Shut your
dice
mouth.
went everywhere.
Caltrops galore.
I mean,
So-
luckily it's just D10, so it's not dangerous caltrops, but still.
D4s will fuck you up, man.
Yes, they will.
So welcome again to Rep RPG's Vampire the Masquerade, Blood in the Bayou, our Vampire the Masquerade live play set in New Orleans, if you can tell from Blood in the Bayou. And we want to say welcome back. It's been a little bit of a month since our last episode due to the holidays and all the things that come along with family time and real life. So welcome back. I'm going to go ahead and toss it over to Pixie. Well, actually, we're going to do Pixie last. How about that? We're going to do Pixie last. Matthew, who are you and what do you do?
I'm Matthew, and I am the resident villain era. And I played Jace, Tremere, who's also entering his villain era. I've decided as of right now.
I'm fucking here for it. Look,
That's it.
I said this is going to be dark, but I need y'all's help with that, okay?
Listen, man.
Jim,
just
who
you
are
wait.
you and what do you do?
Hello, I'm Meg, and I'm playing Jim, the Malkavian. That's all I got.
And what else do you do on the channel?
That's it.
That's it right now?
That is it.
Okay, fair enough.
Yep.
And we have the lovely cats. We can come back to Cat if you need to.
Good, I've got it. You're fine.
Okay.
I took a bite of my sandwich.
And
Here we
then
are.
we have Cat. And let me tell you about Cat while she
Do my-
munches on the
do
snackerinos.
I think you doing our promos is actually way
It's
funnier.
hilarious.
Oh
and
god,
Yes.
just Mad Lib all of our
we'll just give you some blanks to fill
I
in.
want to see y'all's mouth moving, but it's my voice. Hello, my name is Cat.
My name is God. Hi, I'm Kat, as said before this. I do things. I'm here now, right now. You're here.
You're adorable.
Congratulations. And then I also on Indigo Chameleon, where I run a vampire game. An Anarch one. This is a Camarilla one. I run an Anarch one, which means my entire party is button pushers.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I'm just waiting for you guys to go camera, or Anarch. Just
I want to so bad.
like
I'm starting a revolution. That's it.
There-
I'm
there is
decided. My
something-
villain era is also now.
I know that there's something in this season that's going to happen that very well may make you guys just say, fuck it, I'm done. I can't wait for that to happen. Like, I'm
Mine
waiting
was-
on one of you guys to push a button, and what's going to happen
Just say
is...
Jace. He's
I
right
can tell
there.
No, it's not,
his job.
it's not Jace. I don't think it's going to be Jace.
Oh, God,
it
it's
could
gonna
be.
be.
It could be
It won't
very
be me.
easily. I just don't. I don't think it's going to be.
I
It
think
won't
I think for the first time, it could be any of us.
Yeah, that's
could be.
actually
Yes.
a
And
good.
that's what's so
You all
exciting
are
about
the
2023.
We are the circle.
2023. Anything is possible. I don't like it.
Kitty's immediate this Camarilla ain't it, is when the prince showed fear in front of a bunch of still newborns and went, Prince, you gotta chill, my guy.
Yeah.
And then with Pixie was like, that's not important, no leader quality. And I'm like, not to me, goodbye.
Also, to be fair, he's also Malkavian. And like he's
There's
He's
a lot
nice.
of factors.
I don't need to put on the facade. I've got
nice.
80 million
I
to
love
choose
him.
from.
He's great.
Nice.
Cat loves him. Kitty's like, that's a prince, I guess. Cool.
That's fair.
Which is why
Not the
she would get
strongest
killed
prince to
if
begin
she
with.
said
Yeah.
anything ever.
He
Anyway,
needs to-
I play Kitty. She's a gang girl.
He needs to
And-
watch like a horror movie or like a war movie before he can be the prince that all other princes are. Like
Yeah.
if he watches, Lego Batman before he has a town hall
Oh,
meeting,
Yes.
it's gonna be a different vibe if he was watching like Reservoir Dogs.
oh,
Do you know what I
God.
mean?
Jesus.
That's the vibe I need it to be, was what I was trying to say. I needed to plug in my headphones, and the whole chair just fucking went.
Yeah.
I'm doing really well today.
Yeah.
Happy
So this is
Friday,
Pixie's
the fucking
18th hour
13th. I'm so
stream.
tired. I'm so tired, guys.
Fix your chair.
Please.
Working on it.
We need to see Pixie alive and well. All right, 3, 2. All right, looks good.
Yay! Hey,
Yay!
I'm doing great.
Get some
And
hype
she
for
stuck
Pixie and
the
chat, please.
landing.
I
ladies and
did not
gentlemen.
stick the landing. It was a good 5. Don't lie to the people.
And the French judges give her a
0.
8.5. Okay, cool.
What French
10s
judge
across the
am I
board,
sleeping with?
and then French judge said 8.5. Okay.
Okay. So
It's my turn.
Yes.
yes, Matthew. Sorry, Matthew was sending me a message, and yes, that works.
How dare you?
Oh, that
And
was
then-
from earlier.
Yeah.
Instead of secret.
And then Pixie, you've got a lot going on right now, but who are you and what do you do? Tell everybody everything. I wanted you to have your at the end.
This is the Pixie Show. Just this 30 seconds, not the entirety of Vampire, because I really don't want that kind of responsibility. I just mean this intro. Let me
You
make that
drew the top straw
really
today. It's up to you.
fucking clear. Okay, I'm not the top today. I'm not the top. Y'all don't want Siren to be the top. None of you would listen to her. And she's not a brat tamer. This would not go well. Anyway, so I'm Pixie. I am the resident disguising myself as a Toreador is in fact a daughter of the cacophony. Is not Siren's Day at the cafe. I am secret bloodline. Her daddy, Sire Vegas, is now the primogen of the Toreador. Again, no one fucking knows that he's not really one of them. So we're gonna die any day now. It's just coming for us. But in real life, I am one of the co-runners of Rep RPG, and I also run my own channel over at Chaos Pixie Magic. And I just launched a Kickstarter for my own RPG system, to wit, let's talk about the Wizards thing really quickly. I know some of you are really, really sick of hearing this because you have all heard it for so goddamn long. But let's talk about the changes coming here. We have been looking at doing our own systems more often already. I'm dropping the Kickstarter link in chat, by the way. We've been looking at playing with more systems. We've been playing other like Cypher and Chaos Systeem and Call of Cthulhu and Kobold Press has some great stuff coming out we'd like to play with. We're going to be expanding into new things this year. In support of third-party publishers, honestly. We started as a D&D heavy channel, but honestly, we folded so many homebrew rules into our games anyway that very few of them actually resemble D&D anymore to begin with. You know, Endless Wonder is a 5e compatible system that no one ever knows about. No one knows about Deus Ex Machina gaming with that. We have Cody is working on his own playing card based gaming system that's amazing, by the way. So we're running the Kickstarter for mine, and then we're also running the playtesting for his. Between the channels, we are just doing a lot of new. So we will continue to make and sell our dice. We will continue to do all of these things, but any homebrew that we do that we want to continue to own the intellectual property rights to will no longer be 5e specific. And if you know of a favorite indie creator, small publishing press, or third-party publisher who you would like to have us play more games of, let us know who they are. Like Possum Games with Wanderhome. Possum Creek Games, yeah, exactly.
Possum Creek.
We would...
I have a haunted house game. Let me
What?
run it.
I still have my one page that we have to play.
Yes, please, yes, absolutely.
I wrote
yes.
a one page RP.
So like things like that. We want to do more of that this year. We want to hype up more new and exciting. And if you have a pitch, bring it to us. And if you don't know how to write it, talk to us. One of us can write it for you. If you have
Maybe
an
like
idea,
an urban fantasy game, that'd be cool.
You what?
Maybe like an urban fantasy game.
You
with
want
like guns
so
and
badly.
magic.
I will make that happen for you. Okay, I'll start running a game on Thursdays. Just it's fine.
I've already got like half the world building done on my computer at work. It's the whole game mechanic's already done. It's just not fun. It's
My
not
God,
that.
you're adorable.
It's not the
All right.
bastards of the coasts.
Yes.
Today, actually.
Yep.
So I have a game.
Good.
It's got guns and
I'm
magic.
very excited about that. So whatever Sway is doing, That was
Woo
precious
girl
as
sway
fuck.
is my new favorite thing in the world.
Oh, I'm such a
I-
woo girl.
I need
Oh,
baby
Ewu
girl
girl?
sway.
Oh.
No, baby girl sway is the cutest thing
Ooh.
ever.
Ooh.
Yes. Yes. Don't do it.
Woo.
That I was waiting for that. It's like he's gonna do it. Yeah.
Fair.
Anyway, so that's what you got. Anything else that I missed? Kickstarter
Yeah,
is
so-
happening.
Yeah, you missed it. So Pixie got her Kickstarter
God.
50% of the way done.
Almost.
Almost 50% of the way done in the first like 3 hours. So now is definitely a
6
good
hours,
time
okay.
to whatever. To in the first day,
Yeah.
not even the first day,
Yeah.
she's got it 50% of the way done.
Yeah.
Almost 50. Could you just let me round up the way I want to round up?
No.
And then so if you guys want to be a part of the first official people to make it happen, like it's going to happen, it's going to get funded. But if you want to be one of the first people to make that happen and show up and support before it gets completed, now's the time to do that. So go ahead and !Kickstarter in the chat, or if you're
Nope,
listening
that
to this
command
at a
is not
later,
there. I'll just paste it.
or if you want to go ahead and follow us on the social medias if you're listening to this at a later date. Everything's on Twitter and Instagram and everything else like that. From Rep RPG, you can find Pixie. They're going to be posting a lot of the same stuff during this time. And just go make sure you're supporting one of our lovely coteries and co-owner of the show, co-owner of the channel. That's what I was supposed to say. And make sure you jump in now, because it'll make sure that the goal and the dream actually happens. You won't get charged until after the Kickstarter ends. It's an all or nothing. So if you put in, but it doesn't get all the way backed, tell your friends. You need to get them in on it as well. So with that being said, I'm Sway. I'll be your storyteller tonight. If you're watching Pixie stream, that's called a lore keeper for her world. The best name ever. It's what I used for our little one shot when we did D&D 101. I'll be your lore keeper tonight.
That's where I got it from.
Yep.
Fuck.
Because your background class was
Well, it's lore keeper.
lore-
That was it. That was also my class that you gave me.
Yep. The background is my whole thing. So I'm Sway. I'll be your storyteller tonight. Like I said, this is Vampire the Masquerade set in New Orleans. We have a Malkavian prince. We have a coterie of fledglings that they keep getting thrown into the middle of all the shit. Because one, they're the youngest, ha ha ha, you'll be our pawns. Two, they're the characters of the show. So if they were just
I
doing
am
fledgling shit,
50 years
no
old.
one would watch. Yeah, you're maybe not fledgling, you know.
I am.
But the
my
rest of them
grandmother.
are. Looks like next week we might have a special guest.
Why?
For exposition, character development, and learning about the world as a great.
I swear to God, if it's Billy, I'm just gonna set him.
We're
on
all gonna
fire.
kill him.
We're all
It's
gonna
not
kill
Billy.
him.
Billy hasn't reached out to me.
Oh,
If
But,
it's
Hey,
David,
I know he's
if-
in the
If
chat.
David's coming
I know
back,
he's always
we're gonna
here.
kill
We've
him
said
too.
We're gonna. There's a lot of people we'll just murder.
Yeah, if
is
they show
David
up
coming
as,
back so I can just
we'll
sob?
kill him.
Is who coming back?
David?
Yeah, David's coming back. He's actually the Prince of Lafayette.
We're gonna kill him.
Ah, dead man.
He's not playing Addison. He's
That's
playing
fine.
Addison. Addison's twin sister.
It's fine.
Um,
We'll kill her too.
We'll burn down his entire family
She goes by
Yeah.
Abby.
just to get to him.
So
Villain era.
last episode and last month of Blood in the Bayou, the prince had a sit down with his hounds and his progeny and his progeny's coterie, and try to get answers of what the fuck the coterie has been getting themselves into. Is it the coterie getting themselves into something, or is shit just happening around the coterie and they're doing things about it? It turns out it's a little bit of both. Warnings and information were given to the prince. Suggestions on what to do with the little toy / decoration / tortured and crucified kindred in the clubhouse. Basically, suggestions were to go ahead and kill him, and to do something with Hancock soon, before he was a pawn in someone else's schemes, or whether his schemes could finally come to fruition. Jace suggested, "Hey, you know what? That's great. You can have him on display. That's cool. Could you do something with the bad guy besides leaving him torpid with the Tremere out of all the people? Could you just do something with him?" The prince took that under advisement. We had a little bit of interdynamic what the fucks when Meg let it spill that she had briefly spoken to Addison. The prince said it was a good idea for her to reach out using all the tools and resources she had, but to tell your friends in Coterie who might suffer the penalties of death because of your actions. Eddie was revealed to have the Sabbat tattoo. Eddie was revealed to be, as much as known right now, Baby Vamp knew, trying to not die the first night. The prince gave him that gift of no death tonight. But getting an inclination or an inkling based off what he knows of Kat and what Kat mentioned even briefly during the conversation, as well as her being the older of the kindred of the coterie and coming from an outside source, outside way of kindred society as a whole. Eddie, even though once being Siren's ghoul, is now under the chopping block of Kat. The coterie has a new pet, essentially, a new kindred to raise themselves. But everything falls on Kat on whether that's a success or failure. If you guys all fuck up and Eddie fucks up, Kat's probably dead. Along with Eddie.
It's been nice knowing you guys. I have 25 alternative accounts, so we're fine.
Fine, I'll take him for walkies.
I'll take him for walkies.
We'll get him fed. It's fine.
He mentioned Eddie mentioned that he was going to stick by Kat. Kat said, "You're living with me." Eddie tried to briefly ask if anybody wanted their property to be watched over, because Eddie's clan bane popped up on the first night of being with the coterie, and he didn't like it.
I'm gonna give you a hint. Nobody liked that.
yeah. He feels, just so like behind the scenes, he feels really fucking weird about it. But it's just like this urge he physically can't turn off. Like, I don't want to do it today again. I don't want to freak the fuck out all goddamn day. Can I have a hairband or something?
Bless him for being like, I didn't like this. I know you two don't like this. Let's work on it not happening again.
He has like more humanity than you guys do right now. He understands, especially more than Kat. He understands this is fucking socially weird. Okay,
they don't know my humanity. They don't know my humanity. Chill.
But
chill.
Eddie's still so close to being human that he is aware of being a man in 2020. That is socially fucking weird to be like, yo, I need your drumsticks. And he needed your drumsticks. He needed your hairband. He needed your poetry book. And Kat, he's got access to everything in your apartment. So we'll figure out what he needs.
Just lick it.
I'm just going to put Bud on top of him. Hey, I'm going to go to bed.
I 100% expect that every day that Eddie wakes up, Bud and Lou are just like staring at him. Like, don't you fuck up, bitch. I'll eat you. So... now that we got
these two dogs.
now that we get kind of caught up rep RPG style, we find our coterie in the bar the night of the conversation with the prince. Now the sun's coming up soon, but the coterie's not done with each other yet. Dun, 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 dun. So Jem and Id are, we'll say, downstairs. You guys walked off. I didn't know if you were planning on going to your office. Where are you going?
Take him to fuck. Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were like...
I mean...
Fuck him in the alley.
What are y'all's plans tonight? You said you were going to go fight people in the alley.
Yeah, but we can't because there was also Second Inquisition scene outside. So she's just gonna go downstairs and
I have to specify. In the world of darkness, and you guys would have known this, there is still a difference between true faith and Second Inquisition.
right. Sorry, there was true faith outside and ain't fucking with it. So yeah. Plus, there was a wolf in the bar earlier. We're just gonna. I think we're just gonna chill at the bar.
That's good.
And USA. And make some money.
Kat, you and Duncan went down the stairs. What are you guys doing? Because Eddie's going to be kind of like he sat up there and talked for a second. He's going to be not attached to your hip, but where you can see him.
I am assuming Duncan wanted to say something to me because he just found out that I was Sabat. And all the other details.
So where do you go to have that conversation?
Probably in the back, like in the kitchen, where like no one else is. That can,
Okay.
Hey, you want to use my office?
God, can I?
You got it.
Thank you. I'm gonna go to Jim's office.
Fair enough. So we see that the camera sees the door shut on Jim's office, and a very concerned, slightly confused, no mask at all, Duncan. And the camera zooms upstairs to Jace and Siren sitting at the VIP table. After everything that just happened with the prince and the coterie and Eddie. I'll give the scene over to you.
You notice she has kept the straight back. I was in the presence of someone of authority who I was trying to impress. You notice she's kept that attitude. Her hands are still in front of her. She's still carrying herself like her hair's in a bun, and she's in, and it isn't until you say anything to her that she snaps out of it and realizes that they're finally alone, and everything kind of relaxes a little bit. If she was holding too tightly on to that lifetime of training of, you have to be a lady, you have to be a debutante, you have to be proper and speak appropriately. And the relaxing of it, she just... What?
How are you holding up?
No. I'm doing spectacular. Why would I not be? Why did something happen?
So now that he's not here, I feel a little bit less bad talking about him. You know that you can talk to him, right? You can interact with him and like tell him stuff about being a vampire.
I don't think I can, Jace. Let's be honest, I am the least equipped of all of us to actually teach him shit. And I was an idiot to try to pretend like I was just then. This isn't me feeling sorry for myself. This isn't me knowing from a lifetime of being bad at this that I'm gonna fuck him up. And if I don't want all of us to suffer the consequences of his failure, then
Okay. He's a preschool toddler, and we don't need college professors. We just need a daycare instructor.
Yeah, but a daycare instructor like that...
You don't have to... Listen, I'm just saying,
I didn't even...
whenever he was leaving, you acted like now that he's kiddies, you can't look at him. You can't touch him.
This entire coterie has been real weird about property and people and not sharing. I mean, Yo-Yo became my official bodyguard and Jem fired her, or tried to. Yo-Yo won't let that
Well,
happen.
that's so that she could be near you.
And that's what I'm doing for Eddie. His instinct and his job was to be near me for a really long time. And right now, yeah, he may need a preschool teacher, but he needs the same preschool teacher that Jack needed. He needs Edna, not Kari.
But he doesn't need just, there isn't one right answer. There isn't one specific person. You can talk to him. I can talk to him. Jem can talk to him if she wants to.
I can talk
You-
to him.
You, like, it's. He didn't get taken from you and given to Kat because you fucked up. He didn't get taken from you and given to Kat because she's better. She is the best solution for this.
I'm not saying she is, and I'm not saying I'm not. I am saying I know me, and I've spent a lot of time with him, and and I make a lot of fucking mistakes. She is the one probably to teach him to be better than me. I mean, God, we were, and she says we, but pointedly looks at you. We're over here setting shit on fire our first week like this. She probably knows better than to let him do that.
Yeah, but that's. I'm gonna blame that one on Lucy. So.
You know what? I'm gonna blame that
You
one
guys
on
weren't
Lucy too,
told.
actually. I'm
You guys weren't really told.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
fire,
gonna-
fire
100%
bad.
gonna blame that one on
I'm gonna
Lucy.
blame that one on Lucy. I mean, maybe we don't say that outside of this room because I don't feel like dealing with that. But
I mean,
because
I
she had
would
a
blame that
literal,
on your sires.
she had a literal
But Lucy's a close
bazooka.
second.
Yeah.
She had a literal bazooka in here earlier, so I don't feel like dealing with arguing with that.
Anything, yeah.
But this has understandably hit you hard. And we never have time to relax, but for whatever fucking reason, everybody I've talked to has always talked about how like boring life gets or whatever bullshit. We've not had time to deal with that. So, but especially right
The
now,
fuck?
I know. But especially right now with everything that's going on, I understand. Take time to grieve, take time to freak out, be able to freak out. But you did not do this. This is not your fault. And you're not being punished because he got taken away.
I get where you're coming from and I appreciate it, but I'm always. I can't say always because my scope of how long feelings last is a little skewed now. But at least for a long time. I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna know he was there because he was doing a job for me. I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna know that it was my fault that he was on this path in the first place because I didn't just send him back home to my parents. And I'm gonna look at him and know that not only could I not save him, I couldn't fix him afterwards. So, it may not be me who hooked him up. I may not have been the one who pulled the trigger, but I'm the one who put him in the crosshairs and then couldn't even help him afterwards. But I got him out, and that's gotta be enough for now, so.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the only way to help him at this point would be to
Kill Addison.
put him outside when the sun comes up.
Huh.
Because there is no fixing
I know.
anything that has happened to him.
Trust me, I know. But.
And if I think that you've already, I assume that you've already done this, but I know Eddie was like a different ghoul, but just be careful with the other ones. I know Eddie was different because he like got here first and was the first one and everything, but
purpose, you know.
If that's, but if bad shit's gonna keep happening, especially if we have to start dealing with people outside the Camarilla, the Second Inquisition. Ghouls are gonna get hurt. That's why I don't have any.
I think I just like the idea of someone knowing the me from my past and the me from now. No one gets to know both. Except Vegas. A little bit, Jem. Saw me here and there, but Eddie knows who I was. Knows a lot about who I was. Knows who I am. No one
Now
else.
he knows more than ever.
And no one else does. I don't know. It is naive to think that that would mean something eventually, but it's complicated. I don't like complicated feelings.
Nobody does.
They're really good for the music. They're really bad for the soul.
Fair.
Thank you, though.
Yeah, I just... Shit got tense up here, so...
Yeah. Boy, what it would be like to have a boring afterlife.
That's what I'm saying. Jesus Christ.
Because people complaining about can go walk into the sun.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Well, it's still a couple hours of moonlight out if you need to go let off some steam. But just be careful, because the power flickered, and I don't want to go look into it, but I should.
You want some company?
If you're ready to, I don't
Oh.
know, fight something or die, I don't
If-
know, because
well,
that shit
I'm-
might happen.
Ready for both at this point.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's go look into it.
Yeah. The camera will see, but Jace will not. If she lets him lead, and she'll go like she's gonna chuck him on the arm, or like one arm bro hug, and then she stops herself, and just grabs her sticks instead, just follows. No, she can't actually bring herself to do it. She's
Oh.
to the power.
And then the camera sinks back down to where the door is finally shut on Jem's office.
Oh, no.
Cat sits on one side. Now, do you sit in Jem's desk chair?
No,
you
I sit
sit-
on her desk.
You sit on her desk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Power move.
So Duncan is
Not
going to
power
sit.
move. I hate chairs. I'm gay.
I'm gay. I hate chairs. Well, your very straight boyfriend sits down in the chair.
Buy my fancy. I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, look, it's your one of your partners can be a dude who's completely straight. The other one can be a woman and can be completely gay, and you're just the pivot. It's fine.
I'm the head.
So he sits in the chair in front of you. What would be the interview chair from Jem's desk? Not that kind of interview. Shut up, Matthew. I said interview, and Matthew starts giggling over there.
No, because it's a very funny thing for him to be sitting in this interview chair while she's sitting on
Yeah,
a desk,
like,
being
she's
like,
sitting-
"So I'm not Camarilla." It's just a very
And again,
funny.
we're all in our Halloween costumes.
Yeah.
Lest
Yes.
we forget, Jason and
Yeah.
I just had that whole conversation with me
Let's-
looking like I walked
let's
out
pause.
of cabaret.
Yeah, let's pause. It's still costume night.
Yes.
Jace, what were you wearing? What are you wearing for costume night?
So Jace is wearing he has a gold laurel, and he has
Yeah.
and he has a purple fishnet shirt, very tight leather pants, and some silver accent jewelry. And I don't remember what kind of boots he had on, but some badass boots, I think.
And Siren,
Oh.
while you were also having this serious, heartfelt conversation
Dressed like a slut.
with a redhead, with Rocky Horror.
No, not
picture
Rocky Horror.
Jace.
Not Rocky
No, I'm sorry,
Horror.
what's
She's
Jace?
cabaret.
Jace was striking very Rocky Horror Picture Jace vibes in my head.
Yes.
Fair.
So while you're having this conversation, this super deep conversation with him, what are you wearing?
I am wearing Liza Minnelli's Mine Hair costume from and it's dropped in the Bayou chat from Cabaret. It's this like plunging black vest and these high-waisted black shorts and the garters and the boots that come up to the knees, all black, and this little bowler hat and the choker, and she's just legs for days. The drumsticks are in her boots now. The drumsticks are in, or she's got a set in each boot that she can like hidden knives, but they're drumsticks because she's never without them. That's it. She's 100% planning on if she gets a chance to sing. Yeah, some shit's gonna go down because you can make the chairs in that number into drums.
Also, like Eddie could just make chairs into drums with people.
Don't say things like that. That's why
So
she
we
can't
don't-
make eye contact with him. It's not because she feels bad. It's because he's creepy now.
Let's not forget
I
that
can
he's 100% fucking weird dude now.
Yeah.
So
Goals.
when we see Kat come downstairs with Duncan, we see her ask like, "Can I borrow your office?" to Jem and to Id. Now, what are Jem and Id wearing tonight?
Jem is dressed as Harley Quinn from the, I think, Arkham Knights video game. It's the second one where she's in like black and maroon leathers.
Way
Because
better vibe than
Yo-Yo-
black and red.
Yo-Yo is dressed as Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy.
They were doing the couple's costume for the bartenders. I know that face-wise, Id had done all of the Batman villains
All of them at
in
once.
makeup.
Yeah. He did Two-Face, but half the face.
And then he did a Joker smile.
Joker, yeah. It's just
And I'm assuming the rest of him was like just full on.
the lizard, yeah.
Yeah.
He was- And he wiped it off and just like, I'm just gonna go as.
Yeah.
He
yeah.
thought Dr. Connors, and then it was explained to him, Marvel,
that's
DC.
Spider-Man.
it's-
Yeah. And the two don't really mix.
yeah.
Yeah, so they're probably behind the bar. She's like got some Everclear and is like getting the clown white out of like the little crevices.
The little crevices, yeah.
Yeah, because that shit don't come out, y'all.
There are a couple
Biggest lie
people who.
Mulan ever told us was just wipe. No.
No,
Yeah.
it's a lie.
God, now I have the staring back at me song from Milan stuck in my head.
You're welcome.
So Kat, when you guys come downstairs, you see the weird looks, and then you see what they're looking at, and it's they're looking at Jem and Id as if she's like cleaning off makeup off of a mask. Like that's what people are thinking. Like if she's cleaning clown makeup off of a mask. Like why don't you just leave it on or just take the mask off and then what? But it looks like they're just confused at the process and then go back to drinking.
Can I tell that people are doing that and then in like a go, oh
No, it's
Simba.
it's less of a thing.
Okay.
But like she comes down and sees like one chick like very confused, drunken, like what the fuck is going on? And she looks and like, okay, it's fine. Like there's not a big
Called
deal.
love, Becky. Look it up.
Oh my god, it doesn't even exist. And then we see Kat and Duncan sped up to sit down. And he's sitting in front of you. What are you wearing, Kat?
I'm dressed as Sandy from Grease, but leather
dressed
dominatrix
as Sandy.
Sandy.
Yeah. And what is Duncan dressed up as?
Danny.
Yeah, Danny. And he,
Unfortunate circumstance.
looks like he looks. He's dressed as, it's weird. It's like he's dressed as the other lizard dude, but like
How did you
Danny.
swear?
Yo, Grease and Nas here for days.
I will pay you money to never do that again.
And he sits down in front of you and looks up, and he crosses a leg over
Yeah, I
and
sit
just
cross-legged. And I'm just
well, like the four shape. He just kind of puts one. He puts his ankle on his knee and just kind of looks at you and just giving you space to say what you need to say.
So yeah, that's past me. It's not something I usually say out loud because of the
So
murder.
Sabat, yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I like being alive. I don't like.
I like you being alive too. How long is that gonna last? With this in your history and all of this shit now, are you safe?
Probably not. More definitely not. I don't know.
When you say that this is your past, realize we have until however long forever is to discuss this. We don't have to discuss it tonight. And you tell me whenever that point is, like, we will discuss this at a later time or whatever you need to say. I just want you.
Forever with me?
I've thought about how many nights I might have with you, and all of those numbers have just went far down to zero as you can get in the last hour.
Yeah.
When you say it's in your past, how long past?
Ooh, she wants to lie real bad right now. Oh God.
I mean, you can. You have to take.
I can. I'll have to take some bad things if I lie.
Yeah.
She looks at him. Not far. Not long at all. About as long as I've been here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I understand if this is a lot. If you can leave, I won't.
Oh, that's not. What isn't a lot? Okay, it's just the fact that. Look, we all fucking done shit. Either for the groups we're affiliated with, and I'm sure your a lot is different than my a lot, because I've always been Cam, but you saying you're not. That's since you've been here, means you're not currently, and that makes me question the brand a lot less, and maybe your connections with that. Because, and I'll be honest, the moment that I saw the brand, and then the next thing I know, you're ex-Sabat, my head went from my person is now getting yelled at or accused of, oh no, she's Sabat. That immediately switched to, fuck, I'm getting played by Sabat. This is her goal. This is
No.
it's not a, it's just being alive as long as I have been with the people I am with, who play this gray area that wouldn't have surprised me, aside from the fact that you are most definitely Gangrel, and that is not Gangrel.
He is definitely not. You can, whatever, I know I have it, so a lot of people can make vampires, can tell the truth. You can do that if you want. I don't lie.
If I have to do that, there's no trust.
There isn't, but I would let you.
No, and I will never. If I'm going to be willing to put you in that position, I should be willing to just walk away. There's nothing. I would rather take your word for it, verify talking to you on whether or not it's true, than compel you to tell me. I'd rather you had the freedom to lie to me. than to know for
to
sure.
anyone. So
I don't know.
you're the only person I've told that. Please don't.
I also like me knowing could kill me too. So I'm not one. I like me. Two, you like me.
I
Three,
do.
I like you. I'm not about to kill us tonight. So no, you're good. I would ask if I just realized that Kate and Matthew, or not Kate, Pixie and Matthew had the same headphones.
The other day
Sorry,
when
I
we did
just-
playtest, we realized Blondie also had the exact same headphones. Like almost all of
Yeah,
us
we
on
just
screen.
have the same headphones in different
Sorry,
colors.
that
Yeah.
was so distracting. Going, oh, his light up too. They look like they're the
They're
same.
very
headphones.
good. They're very
They're pretty
good
good.
headphones.
They're pretty good.
Big
Pretty good.
fan.
Anyway, continue.
Carry on.
He goes, I just would rather you have the freedom to lie to me.
She takes a breath that she doesn't need, but she takes it.
He smiles a little bit.
She gets off the table, the desk, whatever, and leans down and kisses him.
He kisses you back.
Thank you for trusting me.
The only thing that I ask, since now we're on a different level of this than we were an hour ago, mutual destruction will do that to you. I would ask that when you are able to, because I know sometimes you may not be able to, when you are able to trust me with information that I find out in a different way than tonight. And with that level of trust that you're giving me, I would like to sit down with you in the coterie tomorrow night. I need to tell you all something.
Okay.
And he immediately sees the change on your face. He goes, "You're safe." I'm going outside of the NOS for this, for you all. So
Okay.
bring the new one too.
He's kind of attached to my hip for the time, so yeah.
And he is actually like 3 stools away. And no, I don't know if Kat.
They're in the office, remember?
Yeah, the camera pulls out. He's like 3 stools, he's like 3 stools length away from the door, and the camera gets just the slightest like glimpse of him, like he's visibly straining to hear what's going on, like because he can't make it out, and like he feels like an itch, and he goes to, and his ear is a little bit like, just like the camera catches him like kind of like scratching his ear, like just kind of like smoothing his ear, and it's like he was straining so hard to hear, like his ear was like, oh, you need me to get closer. Not like a lot, but definitely like some Shrek ear action, like the ogre ear shape.
Since I'm out at the bar with him and taking care of one
You
weird
don't
mask,
see it.
I was gonna say, can I just move to him and be like, you need to keep your shit together. All right.
Keep your ears to yourself, buddy.
Push the ears back into his head.
Oh, look at that. Anybody else need mask maintenance?
The visual of pushing the ear back in his head, buddy, like, just awful, and I love it so, like, boop, squish.
What were you gonna say, Kat?
I look at Duncan. I'm like, actually, just pause here for a second, because I might actually need you like 2 seconds. I'm gonna turn on my phone, which I haven't turned on, so I told my sire to fuck off.
Yeah.
See if there's anything that comes back.
He goes, we'll see.
What?
Murder.
Oh. I go, cool. We're gonna have the conversation, and you get to listen to who my sire is. You're gonna want to kill him. I want to kill him too. We're on that same page though, and I just recently became on that page, so that's good for me.
Are we going to have the discussion finally? Is Kat going to tell Duncan about your sire? We're gonna do this in character.
Okay. Okay.
What do I need to know about your sire? Is this a long conversation that we should have before we meet up with the coterie tomorrow,
I can
or
Sprout out things, and you can decide if you want it to be a long conversation or not.
I I will stop you there then, because there's obviously going to be something in there that I'm going to want elaborated, or
Yes.
to ask how you feel about the thing, and that's
Yeah.
okay. We'll have a full. Can we talk? Can we schedule? Okay, so soon as the sun comes up, or sorry, as soon as the sun goes down and the moon comes up, no, I'm not taking a long walk off a very short dorp here.
I will send the child with one of its aunts or uncles, and we can have a good talk.
Yeah,
My room is
think-
soundproof, remember, here in the building. If you would like to use it, it
Let's-
is soundproof.
how about this? I can either stay at your place. We can take the night to just kind of exist, and you can get Eddie settled in, or you can ditch him and stay at my place. He's not coming over.
I can have the dogs watch them.
Yeah,
I'll come over.
well, that way we can just be together tonight when we need to go. Just want to be convenient.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And he goes to like walk out the door, like, "Hey, Eddie." And then we're seen having conversations. So, is there anything else you guys wanted to do tonight before we slumber?
I did want to do one quick thing.
Go for it. Yeah.
Matthew
I
and I were
wanna-
checking the power, by the way, but yes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, power's
Jem
good.
First.
Power's fine.
Jem first.
I want to turn on Sense the Unseen and see if I can see Blue, or if I get that shimmer that I got earlier.
Got you. So you're sitting behind the bar. Are you gonna looked at his usual place, or you're just gonna scan the bar?
Everything, yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking.
You scan the bar, and he is over there sipping. Looks like he's got a glass,
Okay.
but it's
An
that weird
incorporeal
like,
glass?
yeah, it's that weird like, his hand is firm around something, and you only get the vague outline because like spectral glass is about as invisible as you can fucking get, right? And he's just looking out over the bar. Make a
First roll of the new year. First roll of the new year.
Of course.
Don't fuck it up,
Of course
Megan.
it's
My
you.
relationship with Blue.
make a
Make an Oblivion save. What's up?
no. I want to say
Make a willpower check.
intelligence occult.
Oh,
Are you sure we said Jim? We did not say Jace for this one.
Have fun.
Let me slip in my points real quick there.
one success.
Okay. He's got his usual smile on. It's probably nothing.
No,
So
it's
he
probably nothing.
looked a little different. That's you can't figure out why, or even if he really does. He just kind of
It's Halloween. You know,
yeah,
veils
Yeah.
thin or blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
yeah.
Very excited. Okay. I
And he looks at you, and the smile
Oh.
doesn't
Oh, cheers.
change, and he just slowly raises his hand up and cheers, drinks, goes back to looking at the bar.
oh, that's cool. I give it a quick hug because I'm just happy right now.
It hugs you back confusedly.
Yeah, it's just a good night. I mean, earlier was a little shitty, but right now it's just great.
Yeah. So, your dad. I'm glad to. It's the most private of conversations I've ever had with him.
Yeah.
I thought like some of the time I was completely safe and we were in his good graces. And the next I thought that he was going to take out his accessories and no, they could be loaded with nuclear bombs for all I know.
Not his.
And
Lucy's are.
yeah, she scares the fuck out of me.
She should. But really, you were like intimidated by Dad?
Sometimes I looked and he was a cartoon character from. I've seen that. It's Van Helsing. If you haven't, I'll let you watch it.
You watch anime?
Yeah,
Of course you do.
he's a little nerdy streamer guy.
Yeah.
But he goes. Sometimes I 100% thought he was a cartoon character. Like, this is a good dude. I like this guy. He's got a good attitude. And I thought he was gonna like reach over and then shoot me in the face.
Yeah. All Canadians.
just for he's got a different pulse. He's got a different he's got a different way of doing things than I'm used to from every fucking buddy else. And there's a surety in which I have with other people because of how they do things are so similar. You know, you're probably getting fucked over a little bit, but like it's going to work out because this guy's going to fuck him over and you're good because they've forgotten all about you. That kind of mentality.
Okay.
Your dad has such a way of like, we're best friends, now you're dead.
Yeah.
And it's like you don't want to. It's fucking weird. You don't want, because he's such a happy guy, and we don't see that. And you're like, oh well, he's a good dude. We want to help him out. He's got our best intentions. And
he does.
No, I get that, but he's so upfront with it versus I'm doing the best for our people because my own power. No, he's very upfront. Like, I want us all to succeed. And then like I've seen him do things to people who didn't have the best self-interest or best interest of us in the center of their self, and just watch him, they're gone.
Yeah.
And it's very much like, hey, we're gonna go get a Happy Meal, and then it was a 5-piece chicken McNuggets in your Happy Meal, and then there was 4, and then so your dad shoots the person behind the counter.
Yeah.
That's I don't understand it. I can't figure it out, and I don't know if I'm safe.
Oh, of course you're safe. Why wouldn't you be safe?
Because of everyone else that exists with us.
Okay. I mean, just don't do anything to fuck anyone over, and I think...
No, it's not. I'm not worried about your dad doing it. I'm used to the games being one way. I'm used to chess. And your dad comes in and says, I'm playing fucking checkers. And then he pulls out his game and it's fucking marbles. And he beats you
That's
at chess
totally
with
checkers.
marbles. And I don't understand, but it works. So I'm now invested in you all.
You're now invested? That's all
no,
it took?
I'm now intertwined in a way that I wasn't 2 hours ago.
You're not.
No, I am.
You don't have to be.
I need you to know that tonight, behind 2 layers of protection, not me, your office, door 1, door 2. And then tomorrow we need to talk.
Oh, like... No, that's making my brain get hot. We need to talk now.
Not me and you. No, we're good. It's Me and the coterie. There's something you all need to know.
Both of these fucking Nos boys are like, I have to tell you all secrets now. I'm invested.
We can just talk now. I can get everybody into my office.
I need to figure out how to do it and how to give you guys what you're
You have
going
to
to
put a
need to
PowerPoint
believe.
together?
I need, kind of, but I also need you guys to have the proof that you're going to want to believe me. I'm afraid that you all won't.
I will.
Some of the Nos are working against working for their own interests versus
Like your brother?
I don't know. I don't know.
Are they?
It would not surprise me, but I haven't had the proof enough, and he's smart enough that he could wave all the proof in my face, and I wouldn't have a single way to actually snatch a piece of it.
I say this with as much love as I can muster for one of Grin's childers. Your brother's smart?
Is he?
Question mark?
He's egotistical in his cleverness.
Yeah. By the way, so like, he's ego, right?
Yes.
And that's very fucking clear. But if you're it, aren't you supposed to just be like, I don't know, smashing stuff all the time? Needing
Dr.
raw
Jekyll and
meat?
Mr. Hyde.
Oh,
There are times
Jekyll.
where I need
actually.
to.
Right. And then you go fight things. And apparently you're very impressive. Although I've never seen this. So I'm just assuming you paid off everybody at the fights.
It's not an inconsequential amount in which I've had to pay them to hype me up for you, but you know, no.
Well, okay. Put together a really good PowerPoint. I'll make sure there's crudité, and we
Okay.
can have a chat.
Little charcuterie action, and he immediately just stops. And looks down at the ground.
Hugs him and kisses him on the cheek. That is, I think you're awesome.
He kind of like leans into it and pats you on the back, and he goes, "Where should we meet tomorrow?"
In thunder, lightning, or in rain. We could probably do my office, or here, or something. I'll let you know if that changes.
Well, I mean, if you can fit us all in your office.
Yeah, I'll just open up my room.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta find a new place to live. Do you have any good real estate people?
Actually, yeah. He works mostly during the night, so
That would be fucking perfect, because
great.
I can't stay here anymore, and I can't. The only other place I have is Addison's, and that's out of the picture for obvious reasons.
Let's not stay there. Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I'll put you in touch with somebody.
that'd be great.
Huh.
Oh, look at me! I'm being an adult. I'm getting stuff done. I'm gonna get an apartment. My best friend is here. I have a +1 for my pseudo mom's, graduation ceremony. This is
Okay,
what,
were you pointing at Lou for best friend?
yeah.
He immediately goes, she's like, I got this.
best
She's
friends.
like, I got this. And she's like, I got my best friend over here. And he kind of looks like, I'm a best friend. This is a weird best friendship. But sees like your hand is off to his side, and he looks, and there's like, just like almost like a line, like an empty line, like an empty space of people between the eyesight. It's like, that's just an empty fucking card table. And he just looks back, okay.
I am.
And just kind of
crazy.
like listens to you, like doesn't say anything, but just like notes it, and then just lets you continue naming off what makes tonight good.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Well, tomorrow's gonna be great. I have a lot of hope for tomorrow.
I like that. I like that. Keep it.
And it's gonna be okay. And
It has to be.
right?
We just have to make it okay.
It's you don't have to make it shit. It's gonna be fine. And yeah, I didn't mean to get you involved in stuff.
No, it's we already knew about a lot of the stuff going on. It's just now we hear one confirmation, two it put into a context that we don't get just from pieces of information here and there. And I mean, the people in the city, like, they're only gonna know context of so much of what they see. They just report, I saw this and this, and then we put together the context. So it's just, all right, it's a lot more a more present, a more immediate thing than what we're kind of used to, where it's like, oh, it'll happen in 50 years. So, but no, you didn't do anything. And he's just kind of panders off.
Remember when you're putting together your stuff, clip art is free. Use a lot of memes. It makes it far more, accessible to the audience.
He smiles at you and just gives you a thumbs up. And then somebody from the crowd goes, you can use Canva.
Yeah, but we're doing old school. Listen, it's a thing. You're fine. You got this.
Is there anything anybody else wanted to do for the night? Okay.
Just saying it. I'm just saying it. While we're checking the power, I also go onto the roof, check the roof. I do sight unseen. I make sure there's no magic. I go down, and then I'm done. I just had to say it.
From the top to the bottom of the bar, sense the unseen, doing all the things. Say it.
I do want to say you did check it last week.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I said that I was gonna, and then I realized it's just our Halloween party.
Yeah.
God
And
damn.
it's not the
party.
one for Lucy.
Which is
Yeah, it's
And
not
so I
for that.
said, no, never mind.
Yeah. What is the thing for Lucy?
Tomorrow,
It's in like 2 weeks.
2 days,
We had 2 weeks. It's been a week, so we have a week.
a week. Okay.
week.
We just
So
a
next-
party
next
every
week.
Friday, please. With like every episode to get a party
Yes.
episode, and then we'll have real life a week between sessions, and then we
And
just
then
know.
we're going to complain that we never get any downtime as players.
We already
my
don't.
gosh.
We already don't. There's
Season
nothing
4.
else that we've been
We
able to
changed from
do.
the drama, and now we're about the.
We make the drama.
It's the Real
building.
Housewives
If there's
of
gonna be
Boston.
drama
We're here
anyway,
about
we're gonna
Wednesday
make the drama happen.
Parties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll
Dramatization.
So first, sight the unseen up on the roof, and then
Say it, Jace.
I don't want to.
Say the
I'm
word.
right here to
You
protect
went
you.
through
It's
your-
okay.
you-
I got you. All
You
right?
went through your very, very
I'm
in depth.
ready.
I'm going to check the bar, and I'm like, this is
Yeah.
great.
I'm
I
ready.
You
know.
start at the top. What
I
happens when you
know.
go to the? What happens when you
Yeah.
go to the VIP area? Do you use them?
So yeah, I'll Is there anything on the roof first?
No, there is not.
Okay, then I will go downstairs.
Siren's with you, baby. You got this.
I'll do sight the unseen on the bar.
Yep.
There's the voice crack for me.
You see nothing out of the ordinary until you look at your table,
Fuck me.
and there's Lou, and Lou's. It's almost like a flip book effect, where he looks at you, and then after images of him turning his head, looks at you, and he raises the drink very slowly, and hand, just be.
Jace, buddy, all right?
First,
Cheers.
as soon as I see him, I'm not looking at his face. I want to look at his upper chest because I don't want to make eye contact.
Yeah.
But I still need to see this.
And he recognizes that you're looking at him. Like we've already established, like they know when someone can view them, and it's like so. It's their like little spidey sense. Do I want to be seen, or do I not want to be seen? You see the hands and raise up to cheers you. Make a willpower. Because
Jace?
because someone's natural like
Yeah.
physical reaction is to follow the birdie.
Yep.
And she doesn't. She's just here watching him be weird, but he's been weird before. She's just prepared to grab him if something weird happens.
I want to know if, and I
Oh
think I
God!
know,
Oh
based on
no,
his face,
Jace!
I just wanted to know if Jace's intelligence
Is able to overpower
outweigh
his
natural
instincts,
reaction.
yeah.
Oh no!
natural
Oh
So-
no! Oh no!
So I got 2 successes
Okay.
and then a crit fail.
Oh,
Oh,
So
you're focusing on the chest,
uh-huh.
and then you see his hand kind of, like after image, and that makes you look at his hand to like follow the movement of like this is new, this is different, and then he raises it up to cheers you, and then you see just a sparkle, and you're like fuck, and you look. Knowing that the moment your eyes are that super slow minute for you of just your eyes going no, bad idea, as they look, and it's just like you can see 2 pinpricks of galaxies.
Okay.
Roll me an intelligence occult.
Okay.
The willpower is just to see if you didn't look. It wasn't nothing,
Yes.
anything, like now
No, 'cause
you're
I'm-
entranced. But
No,
Is
but I'm also
something
trying to-
bad happening to my
I'm also trying to
friend?
see if I want to
Which friend
try
right
and
now?
intimidate a fucking ghost.
My best friend.
she is worried about Lou. I would like it on the record. She's more worried
Correct.
about Lou than any of the rest of us right now.
Okay, so you said intelligence occult. Is
Yes,
this
please.
related to blood magic, witchcraft, or the abyss?
the abyss.
It
okay.
felt fairly abyssish. Thank God.
Let it be on record. I am rolling 9 dice.
No.
The court sees the 9 dice. Please proceed.
Siren is suddenly very attracted to Jace in this moment. Whatever he's doing, it looks like he's doing a lot of it.
Doing it
I
so
like that.
good.
I like that
he's
in a
doing it
man,
so
you know?
good.
He's not doing it great, though. That's the unfortunate
That's
thing.
not what matters. It's that you tried.
That's fair.
Yes.
Let's see.
Yes.
So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Mhm.
4, 3. So I got 5 successes because of a crit, and then I got
Okay.
2 crit failures.
Okay.
So that brings me down to what, 3,
Yeah.
right? Oh, 1. Oh, I don't remember if crit failures are -2 or if they're -1.
5 and 4. Subtracting is 1.
Okay.
Here's
Yep,
the
so
thing.
1 success.
There's the difference between I know what I see versus I don't know why. Like there's no way that even with a negative success that you didn't see his eyes and go, that's fucking strange.
Sure.
You know the ability to roll abyss on this check with a 1 allows you the twinge of abyss.
Okay. Does
You
he
don't. There's something.
does he whenever he inevitably realizes that we've made eye contact, does
Mhm.
he do anything?
He's still got the same smile that you, as you're glancing up, saw him already having.
Okay. I would like to. You know what? Fuck it. Let's try and scare a ghost, am I right? I'm gonna go ahead and
villain.
I repeat
era.
myself. Whatever
Um,
he's doing a lot of it.
he his eyes will just fuck it. His eyes, instead of doing Sense the Unseen anymore, he switches
Mhm.
to Oblivion Sight so that his
Okay.
eyes just shadow out, and also
Yeah.
theoretically so that because it's tied to Oblivion, which in the Labyrinth, which he
Yeah,
just
very spooky
kind of-
eyes going back and
well,
forth.
and also like he just realized that there was a connection there, so he's
Mhm.
also connecting to show him you're not the only one, Beach. And then
Immediately before the
Uh-huh.
moment you turn that on,
Mhm.
he has. Now, I'm not sure if you've used your Oblivion sight on Lou before.
No, because this
Because
is the
you've
first
been
time I've
very-
seen Lou since
you've been very
he's
careful.
been in the bar.
very careful about not looking for Lou.
Yeah.
Like he's there because Jem has let some shit slip, and you're just like, fun. We're haunted, but it's been normal. This does not look like the same Lou that you met in the graveyard. This figure is a more I want to say rotted, but it's not it's the fact that there's no musculature underneath. It looks like somebody took Lou's face, made a mask of it, cut holes out of the mask, and is putting it on like a mannequin face. Like there's an eye, yeah, kind of like, but there's a part of the Lou mask missing, and underneath is just blank, no eyelids, just blank skin color.
That's
like it's
disgusting. Okay.
Looks like things are erasing Lou.
Got it.
And
Yeah.
he's twinged in that abyssal, the same kind of shimmer that you saw in the Tremere's prisons.
Oh yeah. Okay. So with the sight, his eyes are gonna go a little bit black, and he has like almost like just a hint of like the black kind of bleeding out of the corners, and then he's like the bar is pretty packed, right?
Yes.
Like it's pretty busy.
Yeah.
His shadow from where it normally is actually going to, it doesn't quite line up with where the light is hitting him to direct it, and it is going to grow it's going to grow up to, oh, that can be very large. It's going to grow like 10 feet or so, and point towards, and like almost as if he was pointing, point towards the door. Like it's going to grow towards the ghost that I think is Lou, and then point towards the door. And he is just going to say, like, not very loudly, but he's going to just say to get out.
Okay. What are you rolling to do there? What are you using?
So he is using Shadow Cast.
I'm just using my voice.
Yes.
Way?
No. So he has.
Bitch, be gone.
And she's gonna watch him point like, the fuck? Like,
And that's the thing. He's not pointing.
oh, thank God. Okay, I
Just
thought you're.
his shadow.
Just his shadow is. So, but still,
Yes.
Jace.
Yep.
Buddy.
So his.
So if you looked at Jace right now, the shadow behind him would be pointing. He's not.
Yeah, his shadow has grown like 10 or so feet in front of him.
Oh, she's not
and
paying
is
attention to that
pointing at
shit.
That's just
fair.
sexy.
Actually,
That's fair.
can I make a check because I'm watching him for any weird shit? Can I see it? Do I notice the shadow?
It's a shadow.
Yeah.
Roll me a what is our perception? Roll me a
Wits awareness.
wits awareness.
Wits awareness? Right. Amazing.
Look.
Phenomenal.
Also, just so that you know, it is Shadow Cast is the ability that I used, and I did roll a rouse check for it, and I rolled a 9, so I succeeded on that.
Go ahead and read out for everybody what Shadowcast does.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So Oblivion is powerful, but can often be foiled by the simple lack of appropriate shadows from which to summon it. This power draws upon the darkness within the user to project a supernatural shadow from which to manifest other powers, no matter the ambient lighting. Shadow usually mimics the movement and shape of the user, but can sometimes grow distorted and even monstrous, resonating with the current temperament of its owner. Activating the power conjures a supernatural shadow from the vampire's body. As long as it's active, I can do other stuff with it. I can direct the shadow, elongating it or distorting, but not detaching it at will, though it can sometimes act on its own accord at the storyteller's discretion. For the purpose of other powers, the shadow can be lengthened up to twice the practitioner's Oblivion rating in yards/meters, so up to 8 meters. And anybody standing in the shadow's reach, this might
Go ahead.
freak some people out. For anybody standing in the shadow's reach, the willpower damage from social conflict increases by 1 after having the superficial harm. Standing in the Oblivion's shadow is a terrifying prospect.
Yeah.
I take it back. I don't want to notice it.
So
But I already
no, because
rolled!
you're not touching it. You're
No,
not
I
touching
know,
it.
but still.
And you're looking at Jace and you see his eyes go black. And then right in front of Jace, you see what looks like kind of in your peripheral, but like right next to Jace. You know, like those full body like chroma key suits?
Yes, I do.
You almost get the impression that there's like a fuzzy black version of that. And then you're like you almost look to like, could you fucking move? I'm trying to look at Jace, like you. And then it looks like it's hard to describe it, but it looks like there is the Peter Pan shadow version
That's literally what I posted in the chat.
of Jace. Oh, okay.
100%.
Yep.
Same page. Buddy.
It looks like there is a Jace and then a shadow Jace that gets kind of distorted in front of Jace, and the shadow Jace goes to point his finger, and people are like moving away from it.
We're upstairs, aren't we?
No, we're
Okay,
No, he's
downstairs.
downstairs.
Good.
Yeah, we're
are like
downstairs.
moving away from it, and some people don't move away quick enough, and they're like, "Hey, shit! What you?" And they're looking around for like who just shoved them. They see it, but then it almost looks like with all the lights going on that there could just be like a hole in the smoke. When it's just a shadow. And it points straight to the door. And that's what you... Go ahead.
Yeah, she is automatically placing herself right behind Jace where he is not paying attention with her back to... She's automatically gone bodyguard pose with him of he's dealing with whatever the fuck he's dealing with back there. I'm gonna stand back here and make sure nothing's coming for him where he can't see because he's not fucking paying attention anymore. She realizes that this is him doing weird magical shit, and unless he goes full Baron again, she's fine. But she's pretty sure the Diablerie dealt with that. So that
Never
should
go
be
full
fucking
Baron.
happening. But she automatically adjusts. Drumsticks out before she realizes she's even got him. It's like, shit, yeah. And just,
Siren.
yeah.
Siren has Auspex.
Yes, she does.
Do you don't have Sense the Unseen though, do you?
I have, hang on a sec. Nope, God, stop scrolling.
What do you have your points in Auspex in?
I'm sorry, every time I click on the page on Roll20, it resets.
Oof.
So it's driving
I
me
think that's
crazy.
because I was
Sorry.
on your page
Stop
because it was
it.
doing that to me.
Yeah,
That's my bad.
don't
I didn't know we controlled the same version
don't
of it.
ask me to look something
I'm
up
used to
and then
instanced everything, okay?
and then you look it up too. Don't fucking, if you're gonna look up my stats, just look them up. Like, but otherwise,
Well,
let me.
I couldn't see.
I have 2 in Auspex, and I have heightened senses and sense vibrations. So I could raise one of my 5 senses to superhuman level. I could choose to try to see what he's seeing or hear what he's or whatever, but it's not. But it's not Sense the Unseen, and I know I can't see ghosts. I have no ability to do that. I have no interest.
I just didn't know. I just didn't know if you because if you would have had the ability to, and you're not seeing what he's trying to like look at, I was going to give you a willpower check to see if you just like, I have to do this. I have to see.
Nope, she
But
has
yeah,
no interest in that shit. Listen, my job is to keep y'all safe from the spooky shit. I don't need to see it to be able to do that. I just have to be able to stab it.
So Jace, you issue that command. Are you using any special
No.
abilities? You're just telling it. Get out.
Because the only dominate power I have won't work on it. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So what you see is because you're staring directly at him.
Yeah.
He sets his drink down. He hangs his head. He stands up. He fades.
Okay.
And in your shadow, he appears again. A foot away from you. However far your shadow is, he appears in your shadow.
Do you back up into me? Do you tense up? Do I feel you tense up?
Does Jace stand his ground, or is he visibly shocked?
Let me give myself a willpower check.
Yeah, because what I do next fully depends on how you feel to my senses.
Okay. A little bit better. So 4 successes total.
Okay. We'll say you stand your ground. You stand there and you stare down this apparition as he kind of like stretches out his shoulders. Still, the smile has never left this face. And as he stretches, parts of your shadow kind of get absorbed into him. Like he just takes it.
Yep.
He doesn't grow in size or anything, but this is mine now. And your shadow on the ground comes back towards you. Like he didn't steal your entire shadow, but he stole the cast of it.
Sure.
And a little piece of the Lou face falls to the ground and disappears as it falls. And again, that canvas smooth skin underneath. And it shimmers with that galactic energy, that purplish, voidish energy. And it goes back to the same coloration of the rest of Lou, which is kind of this spectral blue. As all ghosts are.
As they should be.
As they should be. And when he fades this time, you don't feel or see an immediate return like you did before.
Okay. I'll obviously get rid of the shadow. And eyes go back to normal. But they take a second. It kind of like they shrink back to normal irises, and then the sides go back to regular coloration. And then he does like a little bit like start to almost stumble back, and then is immediately caught by Siren. Oh, god damn it. We have some other stuff to deal with. Okay.
Of fucking course we do. You okay?
We'll see.
That's a no. That's a no for you. That's a no in
I mean,
Jace.
it's a maybe.
That's the I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed of Jace speak. Come on.
I'm not scared. I'm just curiously
Concerned.
Like, I'm not wrong, guys.
It's.
I don't want you to be alarmed
makes-
that I'm scared.
If it makes you feel any better, I'm not disappointed in any of you guys. So there's that.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah. Oh.
great.
Okay.
Self-loathing. I'm familiar.
You say that now.
I'm familiar.
Just you wait.
She's the one who fed the stray cat. Okay? What?
Um,
I'm not wrong!
I also offend multiple stray cats.
I'm not mad at anybody! I was joking! Oh my god.
So, is there anything else, Jace?
No, no, I don't think so. I just have a conversation to have with Iris later
Yeah. Well,
on how to get rid of wraiths.
On that point, Iris also was told to teach you guys about antediluvians and Methuselahs.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So,
It's true. I mean, I guess, yeah, like, unless Siren, I wouldn't recommend sleeping here tonight.
I was literally going to say before all this happened that I was planning on sleeping in my soundproof room upstairs. Like, I was about to, and I would have if you hadn't fucking said something just now. The next thing I was going to say was, hey, by the way, I'm planning on sleeping in my soundproof room because I don't want to go home and be alone. Like, I was just gonna stay here.
Yeah, I wouldn't sleep here tonight if I were you, by the way.
God damn it.
So
If you, my apartment's free if you need it, or I'm sure Iris would let you stay at the shop. I gotta go tell the others not to stay here tonight too. And I'll go to Jem. Happy Halloween.
Happy
Go to Id's house tonight.
He has a PowerPoint he has to work on. By the way, he would like to talk to all of us tomorrow.
That's fine.
I have a feeling Jace
Don't
wants
sleep
to talk
here
to all of us
tonight.
tomorrow too.
What?
Don't sleep here tonight.
Okay.
Hey Jem, don't have a sleepover?
Do you want to do it at Addison's old place?
Actually, I was
No.
actually gonna suggest Eddie's. Because
Eddie's
he has files.
place?
He has files on all of us. I want to go through them and see what he knows.
That's such gossip.
Yeah.
It's so much gossip.
Alright.
You have plans.
hey,
Also, Siren has no idea you're
Jace,
planning
there's so
on.
much gossip. Only I wasn't grounded.
Listen. Also, Siren doesn't know that you're planning on abandoning Eddie. Like, she's gonna be livid.
And then I'll also are Kitty and Duncan still in the Jem, do you know where Kitty and Duncan are?
yeah,
Yes.
did you guys leave at this point already?
They're in my office. Just give it like a good knock. They may
Probably
not be finished.
Are you guys fucking in the office?
I
Are we?
I assume.
I
once
fully
the chat
Look,
is finished.
so here's the thing: is I am all the NPCs, right? So
Yes.
But
How
however,
many people
when
are you
it's-
fucking right now? Like,
when
that's
it's
the question.
here's when it's your significant other NPC, you have their expressed consent because they're not real. So you don't have to ask me like, "Hey, Sway, can I fuck Duncan?
They're not real.
Can I fuck
No,
Id?" I'm just gonna be like,
I
"Y'all,
don't
y'all have
function
fucked.
in the office. I thought about it, but I didn't.
Y'all have done the fucking."
Thank you. I just figured you would.
just figured. So
Hello. Yeah.
so Duncan
Um,
like whips around like what?
Don't. I can't imagine you would. Don't sleep here tonight. Also, apparently we need to have a meeting tomorrow.
Well,
That's
we didn't
actually
have-
great.
Because Duncan has
Because
stuff.
I would like to really talk to you guys.
There you go.
I need to talk to you
Don't-
about whatever they're
don't-
talking about.
Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it tomorrow. I don't want to get into it tonight because we'll be talking until the sun's up, and then that's bad.
And then we'll have to sleep here tonight.
That would be bad.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I think we're gonna have like 4 meetings tomorrow, so
Who else are you guys meeting
just
with?
free up your schedule.
I'm
Make
meeting
sure-
with a real estate agent and a potential new friend. Yay!
Is that
Love that.
who the person's gonna be?
So
Jem?
much.
I just didn't want to, like, I'm saying this out loud. I was like, almost said ghoul, and I was like, I'm not saying that out loud. So it's a friend.
So Duncan goes, who else are you guys meeting with?
And
Did you go down? I just figured Jace was making his rounds. I didn't know if you came.
Oh.
You would...
I don't know.
No, I mean if you follow Jace, like 100%, go for it.
Yeah, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in Wet Siren, like we're all just sort of watching you guys get dressed.
No, I like the idea that everyone individually found everyone else was like, hey, we need to talk about stuff tomorrow. And eventually one of us was like, should we all come here? Can we all just plan to be back here like normal? Like, we all just spent 10 minutes being like, I need to talk to you tomorrow. Okay, well, I need to talk to so-and-so tomorrow. Okay, but did you hear that they need to talk to... Where are we
Fuck
going?
it, we're just gonna do this all together. We're gonna get some fries for the table. It's gonna be fun.
Tomorrow we wake up, we go to the VIP room, we talk it all out, and
So
everything.
the moment you say id, Duncan stands up. He goes, "I need to talk to you before he talks to you."
Fuck! I goddamn
Okay.
I goddamn
She closes the door and puts the chair under it.
and now we're all here.
Oh shit.
This poor man just said he doesn't want to talk about it tonight.
Okay.
Only 15 minutes. Let's go.
Speed talk.
Yeah. The majority of the Nosferatu are okay, but there's a non-insignificant number of Nosferatu who are working with the Ventrue to further their own goals in the city, regardless of what the prince wants to do. And I believe It and Ego are in on it.
Well, that's what he told me. Not that he was in on it.
He's in on it?
No! Would I be here calmly just being like, oh yeah, there's totally a coup forming under our noses.
Yes, because
Shall
you would
we
have
brunch tomorrow?
You would have a plan on how to deal with it. I feel like you actually would be very calm about it because.
Oh!
Wait, do you think that It and Ego are in on it together just because they're brothers, or do you think it because you know that they're both in on it individually?
I can't prove either that they are or they're not. There's a good bit of information that people on the street have seen both brothers with people of the Ventrue at locations that are really. It's the Hard Rock.
Okay.
But we've seen Nosferatu. We've seen the brothers with Rebecca Chase at the Hard Rock, unmasked. In a almost masquerade breach, like where they understand that they are fucking up just by being here and looking the way they are, and that they could be a masquerade breach, and the Ventrue could take them out. There's a lot of working parts, and I am trying not to get inside the machine, so I'm just looking at yes.
I'm not usually the one to pitch this first, but I also know what it's like to be in a family of power. I wouldn't necessarily assume that he's happy about it if he's going along with it right now. Don't rule him out just yet.
Yeah. He said no. He said that he didn't think Ego was either, but he wasn't sure.
Well, that changes things.
How about we just listen to both pitches?
Bitches.
Here's my pitch. He can say whatever he wants to. He's the one fucking you. I hate to be blunt. If he is in on it, being emotionally maneuvering the prince's progeny is a great way. And I don't want to say, hey, you're getting played, but if he is a fucked up individual, he would be a fucked up individual. And if I was acting against the prince, the best way to figure out what the prince would be to do is to spend time with the prince's progeny who's new to all of this, and I can manipulate that.
But
he goes, look, I hope I'm wrong, because you are all, one, I'm all with you guys now. Two, you're special people to my special person. I want you all to succeed. I hope I'm wrong, so you're happy. I just have seen these people fuck around with everybody, and if they're involved with this, that's deeper than I would expect the normal Nos to act. He's not with us if he's working with them in this.
We did there's other shit to consider. We did ask them to look into Rebecca Chase.
I did. They didn't.
No, we also, I think, didn't we ask them about it whenever we first thought that she was bad? At the whenever we went to her apartment, we went to her house
you
first.
You guys discussed with the Smirks on whether or not they thought Rebecca Chase was true to the prince.
We also, because we also asked them for information that we were also asking Rebecca Chase for to try and see if one of them was lying.
Yeah.
So that out of character, that's what we did. So back in character, there's a possibility that they were there because of us, but we will hear out both sides. And we can see.
It's Romy and intelligence politics.
He said he has proof. So, what should we be looking for it to be fake?
Chase, whenever you get that number, let me know. Oh, you get two successes?
2 out of 3.
What are your specialties again? I didn't have one for kindred
No.
plans or something. Okay,
No.
then never mind then.
I do one thing, and it's research, and the other thing I do is magic.
Well,
That's
you
it.
did get 2 successes. You're paused to think about the time frame in which that happened, and Rebecca Chase proved her loyalty to the prince. It's
So
just a
the only
passing thought.
thing-
Like everybody was worried about Rebecca Chase, and then she proved her loyalty to the prince, and they're like, "Oh well, never mind. I guess we were wrong."
See, but also, Chase has never trusted Rebecca Chase.
Not in a single moment.
No, not even when she was like, "I'm loyal." Jace is like, "No, you're not, bitch." And
That bitch ain't loyal.
You're
Yeah.
a Ben True.
Yeah,
Oh.
literally, yeah. You are why Addison was the way he is. So no, you're not. That's also accurate.
I don't want
But yeah. I mean, that all crosses mind, and I think he'll consider it, and then consider saying something about it, and then be like, "Nah." They could just be continuing to look into it. But like we'll address that. We'll listen tomorrow.
Jim, you asked me how would I know if the evidence he brings is
Well, how
real?
would we know? Because I don't think you need to be at that meeting.
No, I don't need to be. I don't need him to know that I'm there. No. When he brings you evidence, he is likely going to prove evidence of other people's guilt, and either not have any evidence to show that he's not guilty of being a part of this, or he's going to overshare on why he's innocent. It depends on what level of guilt he is. I don't think anything he shows you is going to be fake. He's not stupid. But I don't think that any of it is going to be any worthwhile to figure out if he is part of this or not. He's too smart to use fake evidence, but it's not going to point towards him.
Not to be that person, but how do we know that you're not in on it?
Talk to Candide. I have no proof other than talking to you all about this. I brought it up to Kat that I wanted to talk to you guys as soon as I was a part of this.
Yeah, but Candide is literally fucking Rebecca Chase.
No, she's not.
No, you got the genuine impression that there is a...
Yeah.
Yeah, but not like consistently. I don't.
Enough.
Oh,
that,
like they're not like in a relationship.
Together, yeah.
Enough that if the Nazi
They
tribe-
have casually joked about fucking in public, yes.
enough that if we're hiding things or working with Rebecca Chase, then Candide is likely to either be compromised or genuinely know nothing either way.
I don't think so. Not Candide.
Well, I didn't. Can we really rule out anybody at this point?
I just so you guys know how we usually work, fucking your enemy is not a horrible way of getting information.
Yeah, we get it. You can really tone back on that one for a second. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That was not my...
I'm gonna go in my room for a minute.
I am going to jump off.
You
the
guys,
building.
no. I'm sorry. You're fine.
No, that was insensitive to me. I don't know if what's happening to you is what I believe and what has been openly discussed as they will fuck each other and try to get information out of each other, and Candide always wins with that.
That was a good key to Jangle. I just want to watch. I have so many questions.
That is a terrifying room of
Kitty is
female power. I don't
He's
really...
behind Duncan, just nods like me too.
Just- Like,
Also,
He is
no.
visibly scared about like I don't want to be anywhere near that.
he
at all.
says how terrifying that room is, and Jace is like, yeah.
Yeah.
Siren looks at all of you and goes, "Am I the sane one right now?"
No, because Jace is
therapy?
like, I don't want to be
Okay,
near
thank
it.
God. Sorry.
Because
Okay,
it's
I
scary.
was like, should I call
And
someone?
me or Jim was like, please, a video, I beg you. One crumb.
Hey, Crumb.
And
For
Jace
research
are like,
purposes, if nothing
scary,
else.
scary, no.
But also, I love Lucy. You know what I mean? Like, I grew up around scary.
Candide has often used experiences to get information. And Rebecca Chase. So for the previous Toreador Primogen, it was being a bit of a mockery before she became sheriff, as the Nosferatu outside locked, so where the Toreador who were brave enough could look upon the monster. And for Rebecca Chase, it's always before maybe she was in charge, fucking. And for Hancock, it was putting up with various forms of paperwork just to, I guess, bore Candide. Candide has always willingly been around in whatever capacity that she could be allowed to be around to get information. So her fucking Rebecca Chase isn't surprising. I think she even plays video games with Lucy sometimes.
Sounds like a hell of a life. Seems like she's not bored. She looks at Jace like, so,
I miss being bored.
we were just talking about that. And here I was hoping we could have a simple night of, gossip
just-
and illegal paperwork.
I
You
don't-
two can.
No.
Is there anything you guys want to ask me? Because if you're not going to meet with me tomorrow to discuss it long term, this is your time to ask me anything before he meets with you.
Why are you
I-
telling us this? What do you get
Because
out
he
of it?
loves her.
What's going on in the city could negatively impact the prince, which would put you all in danger as the prince's progeny and progeny's coterie. That doesn't really happen in this region of the world. You guys are a coterie. You would just be the next weakest links, and I don't want to be a tangential effort on anyone else's part to torture you with my death, torture you with my infinite and immortal torture, and I also don't want them to use you against me to know, or use you against me to know everything I know of the Nosferatu and all their information. And it's a shared, I don't want bad things to happen to you or me because of you, or vice versa. And if any of you get cat killed, you should hope to see the sunrise before I see you.
Have the
Katie rolls her eyes.
have the Smirks ever worked against one another that you know of?
Before Grin's passing, they were never allowed to work in any way that wasn't together for him.
Okay.
He called it two-person integrity. He had his two progeny. If one was going to act out, the other would tell. It's your brother's keeper. Kind of, it worked. But since then, there's nothing really I would know that they could act separately on.
So now it's just time to find out if he tells.
Yeah.
Still.
He might. Yeah, he might still be doing that. Okay. Can you get us a list of the other people that we shouldn't trust?
It would be a tier list of everyone.
Siren is gonna start listing names that she memorized from Rebecca Chase's flip.
Okay.
And see if any of them ping. She's just gonna start listing names.
Okay, so he is going to. When the first name you say, he says no. Second name you say no, and then you realize he's not saying no, I don't know these people. He's saying no, don't trust them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is there a single person on the list he doesn't say that about?
Candide. Candide, and then there's like Lucy, and like there's resources that you all know that you believe are. There's nobody that in your circle that he has said don't trust them.
But everyone in Rebecca Chase's Rolodex,
Yes.
regardless of clan.
He stops you and says you can't trust anyone. One, because of this individual situation, we don't know who's all a part of it, so don't trust anyone. Two, there's not a single person that you named, the exceptions present, that wouldn't step on your headstone to see a better view. They would put you in the dirt, so you are not an inconvenience, you are not a distraction, and you can never get ahead of them. It's the world you guys were born again into.
So what makes you so different?
My own vested interest.
Good kitty.
I don't want to die. I prefer the establishment the way that it is. It works for me. And I like her.
Well, it likes her, so here's hoping that love is more powerful for all of you, not just...
Did you just say it? Did you call him it likes her?
No,
I
it,
said he
Oh,
likes her.
id. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I
it sounded
said
like you said
he.
id.
I said he
Okay.
likes her.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, is what I meant to say at least. So,
Yeah, that's fine.
let's hope it works for both of you.
If
I'm
you
gonna
could
go-
still get that list
I
of,
mean it when
of
I s-
Nos. If you could still just get that list of Nos, that would be great.
List
Even
of
if it's
Nos.
a tiered list.
Oh, that you
Yeah.
shouldn't trust with us.
Correct, yes.
Okay, that's a shorter list.
It's fine. It's just
Depending, you can literally just figure out who sleeps where at night
okay. Got it.
with an obvious unknown number of spies in each one. You can just generally associate people who are going to be loyal to the prince is the person who willingly served the prince with no personal gain for so long as his sheriff. Or you can find people that as soon as their primogen left, they decided to do a power grab.
Wasn't it Ego specifically, by the way, who did? That's what I thought. My out of character thought, and in character thought actually, but Siren has said again, is genuinely that we've seen that he struggles to step away from him, and I'm hoping that it's very hard to be in a family of power,
I
and
don't trust him anymore.
oh no, of course not, but just in case. Anyway, she looks at Jem. Wanna go steal some shit? Change of plans, right?
No. Let's walk and talk.
Alright.
Okay. Well, we have 1 more hour left. Do you want to push through, or do you want to go ahead and take a 10-minute break?
I'm good
Fast
to
and crew.
I'm good to go.
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm good to
So
go.
we're going
this
to
guy.
just push on through. We're going to push on through that conversation then.
Great.
No,
So
yeah.
we'll assume that the rest of the coterie find their places to slumber. Kat, you're staying at Duncan's place,
Yep.
and Eddie is
I'll be back.
waiting for you in the bar. He's going to he told me to go to your place and to watch the dogs.
gonna
Oh
watch you.
no, he thinks he's
But
watching
you can
the dogs.
watch the cats.
Yes, yes, I can watch the cats.
I appreciate you. You are. If you go anywhere tomorrow, just text me. Let me know. Don't do anything stupid, please.
I'm gonna stay there and get my head on straight and not be tied to anything for a little bit.
Ellie, you seem like you need a little bit of alone time.
That would be great.
All of this.
Yeah,
And be
that'd be great.
tied down.
Any
Should have done that.
So I need you said guest room.
Yeah, there's a guest room. There's
How's the curtains?
very well not curtains.
Gotcha.
Or windows.
I like it. All right. So I will be there. I'll let you know if I need you, and you let me know if you all need me.
Absolutely. Tomorrow when you wake up and if you feel up to it, you can meet us here.
Okay.
We have some meetings, and you might be important to be in those meetings.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I can do that.
I appreciate it. Okay, I go outside, and because Bud and Lou are outside, they're always outside, and
Mhm.
Bud and Lou are gonna lead him home.
Yeah, he does. It looks like, for all intents and purposes, that he's walking two dogs, and then only people that are like really catch it realize there's no leashes. He's being escorted, or he is the biggest, baddest dick in town. Because he's got these two
He's got
big-ass
two very
dogs
well trained
that
dogs.
are walking next to him with no issues.
Horses, yeah.
So Jason,
that's
Siren.
Salem.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Salem will piss in his shoes. No warning. Just so you're aware. That's what happens.
The what happens?
Salem pisses in his shoes.
Oh,
Yes.
fair.
Yes.
Is she
New
just territorial, or is she
Yes,
just a
she's
sassy
extremely
cat?
territorial, and this is the
Fair.
new person in her house, so she has to make sure everyone knows that he's hers now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That'll be what he wakes up to tomorrow.
Listen, to be fair, that is basically what Eddie does, except minus the piss. He just has to claim, this is mine now. So they'll
Mine
get along
now.
great.
Yeah, they're two
They're
sides of the
meant
same
for
coin.
each other. It's fine. Anyway.
So
As-
Megan Siren walking. Go ahead. Jace.
I was just gonna say, as an I don't need it to be a scene, but Jace is asking Iris about if she has any notes on ghosts, and also if she has any notes on blood alchemy,
As in, like, thin blood alchemy.
thin blood alchemy.
Okay. It's weird because it's like thin blood alchemy can do it a lot. Mages can do it a lot, and it's like higher tier.
They can't.
Tremere
Yeah,
can do it. Yeah, it's weird.
but they can't do. I can't do thin blood alchemy, but I want to know if she has. Jace
Blood
has an
magic.
idea about getting truth serum blood alchemy, and if that is a thing, or thin blood alchemy, and if that is a thing. Matthew doesn't know, but whenever Jace thinks of magic potions,
Yeah.
truth serums are a very common, like,
She immediately
media
says is
thing.
that hedge witches can do it.
Mhm.
All mages can do it, and it's been rumored that thin blood alchemists can do it pretty easily.
Okay. Do we have any contact information for any of the thin bloods?
You don't. You know where you could find them at.
Okay, I'll text. He's like not in
Cat
town,
does?
huh?
Why does Cat have contacts?
It was the one who originally went to talk to them with
Oh, yeah,
Victor.
yeah,
Victor's
What
like,
was
right?
yeah. Victor. Well, you haven't seen him in town, but the prince has been like intentionally vague on what he's doing and where he's at.
Okay, I'll just
You know, it's
text.
something to do with the thin bloods.
Fair. I'll text Victor. My dearest Victor, if you so happen to have the fuck this, if you have phone numbers for the youngins, please send them. Thanks. And it's gonna be dash THX to just confuse him, because he does start it off and then says
Yeah.
dash fuck
And
it.
he
Regular
immediately
text speech.
he
Thanks.
he responds immediately with Mr. or Mrs. THX sent. You see dot 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 erase dot 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 erase. Mr. or Mrs. THX, comma, and then the paragraph continues. I believe that you are my friend, Jay. Please confirm on whether or not this is Jay with the rest of their name, or if this is Mr. and Mrs. THX. Send. If this is Mr. or Mrs. THX, please inform me on how you received my phone number, my contact information, and any other guidance that you may have on messaging me. I do not know who you may be. However, technology is new, so if I am on any scam lists,
Oh my god.
and he runs out of room and sends.
I'm letting
Please.
I miss
Sway.
Grandpa Sheriff.
I'm letting
know.
Sway as Victor answer all my spam from now on. I'm just
Literally.
please. I will hand you the computer, the whole thing. Please deal with it exactly like that.
Base
So
just
you
sends
throughout the
the
conversation. Go ahead.
crying laughing emojis, and then the witch/wizard emoji,
Gotcha.
and then a little blood droplet emoji.
You send this all in one.
Yes, all
okay.
in one.
It's like if you send it one at a time, it's a different vibe that you're going to get out of this conversation.
No, all in one.
He goes, laughing out loud. I believe I used that right. I now know you are my friend, Jay. I say friend, but you know. I do not believe that I can provide you with contact information for the youngins, spelled differently. However, if you need access to their homework or proof of concept, that I may be able to provide. Please inform me at your earliest convenience on what information you need and or products or proofs of concepts.
I need to make sure somebody's telling the truth. Send.
The truth is difficult to find in our society.
Victor.
However, I do believe that I may have proofs of concept that may give you guidance and enlightenment to the truth of those around you. I hope that this finds you I hope that this finds he goes on to like, I hope that this finds you satisfactory in what you were looking for.
He's missed us.
Yes, please. Thumbs up.
Where, at the earliest of conveniences for the youngins, where should we ship this to?
I will. I'll give them my address.
Okay.
I'll give him my address for my apartment.
Okay.
And tell them to leave it in make sure the box looks like UPS, and to leave it outside my door, and I will pick it up tomorrow evening, if possible.
Outstanding. I hope that you have been well, and that the rest of the group is doing as well as you. If there is anything you need, please speak to Lucy. Have a great night.
You too, bud. Said.
He's like, please talk to anyone else.
Literally anybody but me.
I gave you what you needed. Leave me alone.
Yep, literally.
Victor is the DMV of texting.
He is.
Correct. Correct. I need
Sir
two
or
proofs.
madam.
I need 2 proofs of identification. I need 3 pieces of mail.
His confirmation note of just spell the rest of your last name. Like anybody pretending to be you wouldn't have that. He was just like, if you are in fact Jay, what is the rest of the letters?
Yeah. And then yeah, I just want to get any notes from Iris that she has on ghosts, and any more powerful ghosts without saying the word wraith.
She knows exactly what you're
Ghosts
saying.
and
Besides,
spicy ghosts.
you have ghosts, and then you have not
And
so
spicy
ghosty
ghosts.
ghosts. She goes, so we're finally going to address that problem.
I had hoped that it had addressed itself, and instead I addressed it today, and it addressed me back, and now we need to address it.
How bad of it? How bad is it? Is he
I
just
told
an
people
annoyance?
I told people not to sleep there tonight because I think I pissed
Oh,
it
God
off.
damn it, Jace. Look, we're not the Ghostbusters.
It was it's not a ghost anymore. It's something else that has his skin.
Oh, that's... Yeah. So here's the best thing that I could ever tell you. Never put off for tomorrow what could kill you today.
Listen, there's a lot of stuff that could have killed me today. Not just today, but every day for the last 6 months. Year? I don't know how long it's been because there's not been a single moment to rest. So
She leans over and like pats you. She's like, you just need to survive long enough to get that rest.
I know.
And I'm
This
trying
I'm
to
try-
help you with this, and you're making it very difficult.
She offered you a 6-month vacation, Jace, so you could unlearn the blood magic, and you didn't take it. She offered you a
Yeah, but I
vacation.
wanted other magic.
You decided to Diablerize someone. She offered you
Yeah.
a break.
Yeah,
I'm gonna nom nom.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that was such torture to Matthew. Is like, well, you can either roll up a new character that's going to be 100% temporary, or leave Jace to die in the woods somewhere, or you can continue playing as Jace. Which one do you want to do?
Yeah, yeah. But it's probably. But
It's
like,
not fine,
if I
sweetheart.
just
It's
like
not,
smudge
that's
it,
not how these things work. No, it's
Fair.
not smudging. It's first off, that type of magic's not going to work for you, buddy.
I know.
You can 100% like, light some sage, and then you never know. You can see what's going to come after you. That's the one
Yeah.
great gift that you have now, is that if you piss off the wrong ancestors or the wrong culture, you will be able to see the danger that comes to you. You will be able to have that foresight. But
Yeah. Yeah.
if you want to get rid of this,
Lou. His name is Lou. Whiskey Lou.
you guys did.
Jem
How did you learn his name?
Jem named him.
Oh, fuck! You named it,
She did.
but you didn't stop it. Okay. So
I told her to stop, but
you know that there's a little bit of extra in you now, right? We're gonna have to reach out to that little bit of extra, but other people.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
Well, that's gonna be a longer conversation because these people don't work with Camarilla. So,
Well,
and then how'd you get special powers, little witchy boy? Did you eat somebody?
I
Did you
read
eat one of
some
us?
books. No, I know. She was there for the entire conversation upstairs, right?
Which one?
Like the one that we had
Yes.
during this in canon
Yeah.
night. Like she knows that there's Sabat in town.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, looks like New Orleans is going to be real popular in the wait, we have a one we can just contact Alex. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you did eat her friend's enemy, lover, nemesis. There might be some mixed feelings there.
Yeah, I mean, it's either that or a rando that then tries to kill us and we have to kill it back instead.
What I
So-
mean by I will put us in touch with somebody is I know people.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Okay, that's fine.
I appreciate you letting me know that the somber that you know, in case
Yeah.
I just didn't know that you were
I
friends
had a
with the
feeling
dark
that you
side.
might. Luckily, that's the only one. Most of my other dark side friendship has just been me by myself. So
Okay. And you guys talk for a little bit longer, and she gives you
Yeah.
notes, and You pretty much find out that yes, you can get rid of Whiskey Lou. It's not going to be a necessarily easy process or 100%, or that it's not going to require a shit ton of blood.
That's fine.
But she knows some La Sombra
Cool.
of the Anarchs that
It might help out.
maybe for the right cause or right price.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then I go to bed.
Meg and Siren.
God, yeah.
This was
hold
in
on. I need to ask.
Oh
Jace,
my
are you sleeping at your place or her or
No,
at
I'm still
Iris's?
grounded, and since
Okay,
I was
this-
already having a conversation, I didn't want to argue with her about letting me leave.
Okay. So now, Meg and Siren.
I didn't want to have I didn't really want it to be a walk and talk. She wanted to spar
Oh.
because she needs to punch something.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, but she didn't
Oh,
necessarily want to say that in front of everybody
Yeah, that's fine.
No,
No,
fair.
for
do it,
some
play it
weird
out.
reason.
Do you
Play it out.
tell
So-
her? Do you tell her about the Fight Club?
Yeah,
Do you guys go to the Fight Club?
We have an hour until sunrise. No.
No. tonight, not tonight. That's why I was like, if we can go home, and I've only just learned how to fight, and I know I'm not as good as you are, so you don't have to rub it in my face, but
Hey,
I need to just hit some stuff.
D-
So if you
Jem.
want to and you could teach me a little bit.
oh. She grins. She goes, I'm not the right person to teach you, but I know who is. And she texts Yo-Yo to meet us at the house. Because that is literally
Yeah,
where,
okay.
yeah, as soon as she closes up the bar, we'll still be awake for another hour.
Okay.
Yeah, as soon as you leave, Yo-Yo doesn't want to be dressed as Poison Ivy just to chill by herself as Poison Ivy,
Yeah.
even with
That's fair. That's dangerous. Yeah.
yeah, even with her friend.
So
So
Gemma's, I don't think, ever been to Vegas's house.
Yeah.
Once?
His new
yes?
house?
No? No,
The one that you live
the
in?
one that I live in.
no,
Yeah.
yeah, Jim's,
Yeah.
yeah, you guys all been there a
Okay,
couple
good.
times.
Then yeah, it's gonna be
As Vegas's place, but yeah.
yeah, but Siren doesn't consider it home. It doesn't feel like home. It still feels like Vegas's house. He's just not here. But there's the whole fighting pit. There's the whole training area where we sat and we did all this. So she's like, no, I got you. Let's fucking go. And she pulls out all the big knives. She pulls out all of the everything. She's like, no,
No,
trust me, stab that. And it's like one of those on Deadliest Weapon where they have the dolls that actually they have. She has upgraded to
Blood
ballistic
dolls?
gel and the
yeah.
ones that actually give like human flesh.
Human gushers. Yeah.
But they're vampire gushers. Because she knows they can take care of Kine real easy. This is to practice on Kindred. This is to practice on so that Victor never puts her through a wall again. She has upgraded these since Victor happened.
Yeah.
Since after Vegas moved out, she has paid to upgrade this shit to vampire quality ballistic gel and bodies.
What you see is what looks like ballistic gel dummies.
Mhm.
Except it looks like there's layers of canvas in between the gel, and there's rebar for the bones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the skull is just a big solid metal core.
Yep. And she
This
goes
doesn't-
she
Go ahead.
gets in there, she slams a big Victor puts you through a wall one time, that's all it takes. She slams this big button on the wall that starts cranking really loud lose yourself style gym music, right? This is that fucking rage. And the lights are that light back in the back. They do the old disco ball thing. It feels like you're trying to fight in an empty Spencer's.
Wow.
Oh God.
Trust me. That way, if you blow one of them up, everyone just thinks I'm having a really loud party here.
Oh.
And you're gonna want to blow one of them up. Hit it.
Okay. She just starts going to town on something.
Oh yeah. And she makes sure she flips around on the playlist to tell the song she knows that Gem likes, that she's played at the bar. She makes sure to try to find something that she doesn't know Gem's taste as well as Gem knows everyone else's, but she wants.
It's messing with her, and she's asking her to turn the music off,
turns
or
the
at
music
least,
That's
or
fine.
just switch it. Yeah, she doesn't. I don't want this attached to a sound.
That's valid, actually. I get it. She turns it off immediately.
Make me a strength brawl check.
Because, yeah,
Let's see.
Siren automatically needs
What?
things associated with sounds. So, like, she can't not.
Fine. Fuck. But I know strong. I got 1 success.
Okay.
I didn't put my thumb in my fist.
Well, I mean, you have 4 dice.
I got 1 success.
Well, I'm saying, like, that wasn't... You can roll strength dexterity if you would prefer that, but I figured
I got 1 success.
I figured you were a brawler.
No, I just talk a big game now.
Well, hey, if you want to use that axe, I'm just saying.
That's why I
And
left
you-
the knives as well. I was like, do whatever you want. Go.
This isn't for damage, and this is really just she wants to
Yeah.
Yeah,
feel.
and you do
Yeah.
you feel that first solid impact, and like you said, you're not a fighter, but that first punch reminds you of the feeling that it felt to punch that guy in the ring and then
Yeah.
come out winning on the other side, and you punch again.
And I start like telling Siren the story of how I went to Fight Club, but we're not supposed to talk about it, and I kicked this guy's ass,
Yeah,
I bet
and it
you
was
did.
weird. Although
nearly cut his fucking head off with his own bike chain,
Have
although-
have you ever
his
considered...
wallet chain. Sorry.
Have you ever considered roller derby? I feel like your vibe already fits.
Oh, yeah, I
You're real
used
good at
to.
it. Oh, well, of course you did.
That sounds about right.
But like now I'm wondering if he really did pay him off just to lose to me. Because he's lying. I know he's lying. I knew he was lying like she's just punching, it's getting faster. I knew he was lying the minute he fucking came over because he didn't want to come over, and then Ego walked in and said something, and then he came over, and he never says that he likes me. He never says that he's happy to see me. He just shows up,
Another strength brawl.
and he's there. I got 1 success and 1 failure, so I whiff.
Well, it's not that you whiff; it's that
I want punching
your
myself.
form slips
Yeah.
for a second,
Yeah.
and you hit kind of like the chest and armpit.
Ah.
Roll me another strength brawl.
Oh no!
Is that a hunger failure?
So that was a crit success and then 2 crit fails
-2.
on my hunger die.
No.
That first one that just, there wasn't enough solid contact. Gets you so irritated that you just haul back and you smack the shit out of the
Front
dummy.
hand,
for-
backhand.
You've lost control of fighting. Now somehow the mannequin has insulted you by not letting you hit it squarely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your immediate reaction to that is to slap the ever living dog shit out of this mannequin.
Yeah.
And then you stop, like as soon as your hand connects and like it goes, like it tilts to the side. You're just like kind of losing that anger.
John. Are you happy to see him? Because here's the thing about love. Sometimes it doesn't fucking matter if the other person feels the same. Sometimes it doesn't matter if they're using you for your body or your...
It matters if they're using me.
I know, but...
And I was happy with Addison. And look at how that turned out. And apparently he's a monster. And we have to put him down now.
But it doesn't mean you have to feel guilty for enjoying yourself.
I don't feel guilty. I'm pissed. This is horse shit.
I know.
I thought he was like his dad. I thought he was like Candide. I thought he was like Duncan. He's nice and unhonorable and smushy on the inside. And he showed me his house and he showed me things that I don't even know if they're true now. And it's not like I could prove them.
What did he show you?
I'm not telling you.
Then they're true enough. If you didn't still have faith in him, you would have told me just now. You still believe in part of him, and that's fine.
I can't be stupid anymore. I've been stupid enough. I get us into trouble all the time, and I just let this man into a meeting with Dad where we discussed the Sabbat.
The mere fact that you... The mere fact that you worry you might hurt us with this one means you won't. Okay? And I'm the first person to tell you when you fucked up, but I don't think you fucked up with him. And I'm telling you, you know I don't sugarcoat shit with you. Or anyone, actually.
You could a little more, you know.
But then
I'm really
now,
sensitive.
But then right now, would you believe me when I looked you dead in the fucking eyes and told you you didn't fuck up with this one? Would you believe me if I had a tendency to lie to you or cut corners?
Believe that that's what you think.
No. Even if he ends up being the bad guy here, you didn't fuck up. All of us.
I know.
You're not hurting us right now.
I know. I'm just hurting.
And that I can't do anything about except let you come and wail on shit. Nothing any of us are gonna say is gonna undo the fact that if you're right and he is a bastard, that he hurt you.
He humiliated me.
And he hurt you in a way no one deserves to be hurt, Jim.
And then I can't date in New Orleans because everybody's just gonna be using me to get to Dad. This is bullshit. I'm nice and I'm lonely.
Trust me.
And he's a good cuddler. Well, you know, he's a decent cuddler. It's like cuddling a crocodile. But it's still pretty fine. Excuse me, a gator.
That's
crocodile
fair.
on the
A
other
gator,
side. Yeah.
At
Crocodile would be exotic.
he's just using me to get to Dad. You notice a very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like she was punched in the gut for a minute. She pulls out of it. Yeah. Not everybody. Especially if you make it clear that you're not just the princess. You're a hound now.
That's worse.
It's not actually, because we've seen what Victor did and the kind of people he dealt with. There are people outside of this circle that don't have to answer to your dad and therefore don't give a fuck what he thinks. There's plenty of people out there for you.
Oh my god, you think I could date an anarch?
I think they wouldn't give a shit who your dad is.
Yeah, they also couldn't be in the city. Maybe I could write a pen pal or someone.
New Orleans is huge.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
was gonna say, there's so many fucking people here, we haven't even met all of them.
I
So,
think we
is
have.
there-
I'm pretty sure we've met them all.
Is there
All
anything
of
else
them.
you guys want to discuss
No.
before the
No,
sun
sorry.
sets? The sun
I'm-
sets, I guess.
I think it's she gives you she like straightens up the dummy a little bit and says I hope I didn't like fuck it up too much. Haha. Thank
It's still
you.
it's still in good condition.
Thank you.
Anytime you need it.
Also, you're coming with me to Fight Club next time.
If I'm allowed.
What do you mean if you're allowed? Just don't.
It's the whole like I know Vegas and like he told you to get ghouls so you were protected. Then he said get a hammy so you're protected. And you're like, yeah, if I'm allowed to, like, yeah, show up to Fight Club like one time
I dare you. Yeah.
without letting Vegas know about it. ahead of
Oh,
time.
it's not gonna go well.
That's healthy.
Go well.
Oh, by the way, Yo-Yo.
Yeah.
Yo-Yo's here, right?
Yeah, I have
Yeah,
a
if you
feeling
guys
she was
went ahead
like
and
ready
let her.
to train on the knives
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
went, never mind. She good. All
'Cause
right.
we're not doing that.
Is
right?
that was
Yeah,
Yo-Yo's
she's-
specialty?
She Yo-Yo like walks up to one of the other dummies and like starts like doing warm up and then sees Jem like working out frustration and she just goes and sits back on like the knife display table and just kind of like just chills and watches her and like cheers you on and
Plays with
well,
the
the moment that you kind of like hit that armpit area she goes, oh fuck that dude, and like
Love
and
Yo-Yo.
then you
I
knock the
did!
shit out of him. She's
I
like, fuck yes.
Hey, so I'm thinking of ghouling Ryan.
Oh, why?
Because I need one. And, you know, she'd be good to sort of manage stuff. She yells.
Yeah. And then the camera's going to pull away to look at Ryan. So what does Ryan look like? What are they currently doing?
It's for Matthew, it's Jen Ryan.
Aww.
So,
her.
and I already asked her permission for this. So, Ryan is she curvy, she thick. She is fully from Alaska, so she's got like this very, very distinct. Please don't do it. But she definitely, it's like a weird Midwestern sound sometimes. Hair down to her ass, long like chestnut brown that's usually up in this messy bun. She's got a collection of necklaces of like pendants that are that kind of clatter. They're I'll message you and tell you some of yeah, but she's just like these kind they're not like it's not like cheap jangly. They're like lockets and glasses and things.
Oh, okay. It's like tell Jen Ryan we need a picture of all these necklaces. Just like
well, that one that's not Jen Ryan. That's just Ryan.
Fair.
She has one, and I'm sort of extending it. And she is loud.
Okay.
As the day is long.
Like she's happy loud or just.
She's bartender loud. She is 5'5".
Bartender loud, or she's like
yeah.
I'm used to.
She's 5'5", and she can. I've watched her stop biker fights from behind the bar, just shouting at them to get the fuck out.
Okay. I just didn't know if she's like happy, bubbly, loud, or like this is my fucking place. I'll fuck with my shit. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I love her. She's a huge fan of me. So.
She goes.
And we discuss our mental health issues together. So I was like, who would be a good Malkavian ghoul?
So, she goes, yeah. So she gonna work in the bar?
Yeah, I mean, she and I've worked together before.
Okay, yeah, but now I have to work with her.
Well, when you're not with,
Well, I was just saying, like, she's good people.
Yeah, you guys are gonna get along.
I have no reason not to. I'm not saying I'm not going to get along with her. I'm just like, hey, look, you're hiring somebody that's also, That's cool to know now. Okay.
Yeah, I will never. She grabs her hand. I will never be able to replace you, Yo-Yo.
No, I'm worried about her trying to like fight me because it's a new power level. It's just.
She's not gonna fight you.
She's kind of scary. She's
just loud. She's not gonna fight you.
Okay.
Don't give her. I mean, don't push her.
Oh, I'm not gonna push anybody that needs to be pushed. If she needs to be pushed, then I'm gonna have you push her. That's your job at that point.
Siren, you want to start taking bets on how long it takes before our ghouls are like, just fighting in the alley?
Depends. Are you taking them with us to Fight Club?
No.
Because 30 seconds.
Heard.
I'm not going to fucking Fight Club with you guys. I would fight with you guys because I know you won't just like punch me through the skull. Now, if we went to a place that I'm not supposed to know about, they would just punch me through the skull. I have a feeling.
There's no such thing as Fight Club.
I've kind of figured out what not to talk about and what.
That was mostly Siren.
Like her entire existence. I have. Listen,
yeah, like I talked to Hammy about shit.
I was raised sheltered. I know what Fight Club is, though. I pretty much assumed the name like that.
By the way, what's up with you and Hammy?
Siren is going to escort the girls down to the slumber party room. Of like, all right, now we're gonna fucking do this right. She takes them.
I'm not watching.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
She does take them downstairs and be like, I'll be right back. And she goes back over to the while the two of them do their gossiping, she goes to clean up the fight room. And she turns on the light thing and the music thing. And just roundhouse kicks the head of the dummy off completely.
Strength dexterity or strength brawl?
Yeah.
Anytime someone mentions Fight Club, my brain just goes, somewhere out there.
Can someone tell Kitty so she can work out some of her frustration?
Longingly singing out the window.
I don't
wishing
think
I see Kitty is like, I want to fuck Duncan in the middle of the Fight Club pit. That's what I wanted to.
That's what I wanted, but now he's sus.
No.
Y'all
I don't think I've rolled one.
sus.
I haven't rolled one strength brawl, and that is my specialty.
Not
And
yet.
But you've been very calm, cool, and collected for most of it.
5 successes, and one of those was a critical
Changing.
success.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you
Destroy
do
it.
you roundhouse kick, you Walker Texas Ranger this fucking like, and you kind of like, you know, you
Yes.
kind of sit your pants a little bit, you know, you gotta get them on up there, and you just roundhouse kick, and
Shit
there's
your pants. I heard shit your pants.
No, I'm imagining that, you know, that TikTok of
Stitch
the
up
girl
your
who
pants.
kicks the water bottle and
Yeah.
it
Yes.
flies through other TikToks. That's what I do to it. I'm just gone.
yeah, and an avid display of the skill has been displayed.
It flies through the house and hits me in the back,
No,
and we start the.
Seen that TikTok
No,
compilation?
it's more her. It's more her trying to work up some pent up bullshit that resurfaced during the conversation.
Yeah.
That it was not her job to deal with while she was trying to comfort and failing to comfort Jem. So she went and quietly dealt with it herself, and then she leaves the severed dummy head for cleanup later. Turns everything off again. Puts on as much of a smile as Siren is capable of, and heads downstairs to be part of the gossip group. Please carry on.
So you get back downstairs. Yo-Yo already has like a bag of popcorn made. You don't remember having popcorn. Like, you don't stock
Do you have a secret
popcorn
stash of snacks and tampons in this house? Yeah.
because I don't, and she just eats. She's sitting there talking. So she goes.
Oh. damn.
So yeah, it's pretty good, honestly. I don't know if it's because we're both ghouls, but it's pretty good.
I mean, the sex, yeah, obviously, but like, are you guys like together?
Yeah. She just kind of like eats some popcorn, like yeah.
Oh my god! That's
she
all.
just she just ignores the secret stash content, like comments. She's like, yeah. So you guys kind of gossip a little bit. They're still like bubbly, happy, you know, still dealing with all y'all's bullshit. Because whatever's left rolls downhill, but you know, it's good.
Jim is very weirdly. She's not like draped on Siren, but she is like kind of leaning on her a little bit, head in lap sort of stuff. She's being very, very touchy. Yeah, and is like just if she is, she's just like solidly hugging like a leg or an arm or something.
So, with that, the night will come to a close.
Sorry, guys.
No, you're fine.
For
The night will
what?
come to a close.
We were gonna have the id talk, and I was like, well,
That can be next week. I'm good without dealing with that right now. I want Sway to come in with a real goddamn PowerPoint next week.
No, he's not. We're not doing a PowerPoint. It's all on imagination. Theater of the mind, people. Theater of the mind. There's a PowerPoint.
one more
It's
way.
great.
He's let me down. God.
So you all wake up. Now, everybody, make me a rouse check.
How do I rouse?
So Tristan, there's a movie called Fight Club, based off the book called Fight Club. Anybody get hungrier? Okay, you got hungry. Okay. So some people have some things they wanted to do first thing in the morning.
Eat
Um,
now is the thing I want to do.
Wanna eat?
Jace, you receive a text message from a number that you don't recognize. It looks like an obvious scam message from U.S., like from the postal service, saying a package has arrived at your location as requested. Here's a picture, and like it's like, okay, this is the most unofficial delivery message ever. However, I have a package at my door.
Correct. Yep. Okay.
And then we'll go on to no. So Jem got hungrier, and Siren got hungrier. Do you guys want to feed on Yo-Yo, or do you want to go out for
Oh.
food?
If Yo-Yo's willing, I am not willing to go out of the house without feeding
Is
today.
is that okay?
Yo-Yo's.
Is that a normal? If she's my hammy, is that a normal behavior, or should I rather go hunt?
You would know that you're cool doing that. It's been expressed to her by Hammy that under circumstances that require a lot of danger to go out hunting, that's part of the ghouls requirement. You guys have had that talk and like, hey, like
Because
this is gonna be sometimes I need
At
to.
present, we are currently there's a lot of shit going on, and I don't want to
Yeah.
go hunting right
She's she's cool. She's cool with you feeding off of her because she gets supernatural powers.
Yeah.
And for just like I feel a little like I might have a headache in a couple hours. Because her fortitude is up as your ghoul, so it's fine.
So,
Sharing her.
are there blood bags in the house for emergencies, if she needs a snack? Because I feel like
Yes,
hunting
feel
in
like-
general is hella dangerous right now. This isn't ideal, but anything that stops us from having to take more attention on
I feel
ourselves.
like Vegas would have left. I feel like Vegas would have left his stores of blood bags here, versus try to move them out of the
Well,
cooling
we know
and
there's
then cool them.
there's blood bags of some kind. Well, because we fed Eddie.
You know there are those that you got from Hard Rack up there.
Yeah.
I mean, I
You
could
wanna-
I can grab someone on the way in. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you know if to share a goal is almost like an intimate experience.
Yeah, no, I'm not. That's
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
one
no,
slight
that's-
over.
no,
I'm not emotionally there yet. Yeah, no, because I don't have any exclusions or anything, so it's easier for me to just
Helpful.
grab. Yeah, I could just grab a snack on the way in.
you can drive through anywhere.
I can
She's
drive
not-
through
She's
anywhere.
not picky like I am.
Yeah.
Or-
What the
or-
fuck?
Yeah.
So you're gonna go, but your plan is to go snacks, and then you're gonna go to
Yeah.
the bar. Kitty, was there anything you want to do before you got to the bar?
I have the sire talk with Duncan this morning.
Yes.
So, Jace, was there anything you wanted to do before you went to the bar?
I mean, I go pick up the package. I look in the package whenever I get there. What is it?
It looks. There's two like like those small Gatorades.
Mm-hmm.
Two small Gatorades. And you are assuming that those might be a drinkable truth serum.
Cool. And then I have not been by in a couple of days, and the entire reason that I'm grounded is because somebody broke into my apartment. I want to check the camera, see
Camera's
if
dead.
anything happened. Perfect. I will
but
take it with me.
It is
so that I
not.
can charge it.
It doesn't show you. It doesn't show you anything.
Okay.
As you fast forward real quick,
Sure,
there's
sure.
lots of hours.
Yep.
It takes you a couple minutes, but there's nothing you see. Like,
Okay. Got it. And then I will plug it in, I guess, so that I can come reset it before I go to bed, maybe. And then I'll go to the bar.
okay, make me a wits awareness.
You got it, dude.
12 hours,
Or intelligence
guys.
awareness,
This entire
whichever.
stream tonight encompassed all of 12 hours.
You got
I
this.
know.
We made it to a new day.
We did.
Listen,
New day.
that's
We
all that
almost
matters.
did not. We almost
almost
stayed in
did
last
it.
night, okay? It's been Halloween for 3 months.
Yeah. God.
Just like it is in Orlando every fucking year.
As it should be.
August,
Jesus
September,
Christ.
October.
One success.
One success. Okay.
Too many crit fails. Really
Um,
funny.
there's a sense of familiarity that is not your apartment. But nothing seems to be moved. But you're like, I feel. The camera was dead too long.
Oh.
Roll me. You did get one.
Okay.
I want you to roll a. God, I wish we had a memory. Do an intelligence resolve.
Oh, interesting combo. Okay. Oh, much better. I'm taking a picture of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes.
Okay. With that, the one success piqued your curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
You start wandering around.
Oh.
And you're moving stuff around just to make sure that, all right, no, this is where I think I put it. And you go and you bend next to straighten, like you bend down to straighten something up on your bedside table,
Mm-hmm.
and you get a whiff of him.
Yeah. Okay.
He's obviously been here, and even though the bed is how you left it, the scent of him is in your bed.
Okay. He like immediately recoils a little bit
Yeah.
and then begins like quickly like vampire quickly moving shit around in the room to see if there is any other indication. Like he is not
Okay.
doing any like normally we all like behave like people, but
Mhm.
he doesn't have the vampire quickness discipline or whatever.
But
just
you're still vampire quick
yeah, he's still a vampire.
infinite stamina.
So
Yeah.
yes, so he's like vampire quick. He lifts the bed, makes sure that there's nobody under it, opens up the wardrobe to make sure that there's nobody in it, like all of that, looking through the house to make sure that there's nobody
intelligence investigation. You want to be thorough? We'll.
there. Yeah. 3 successes.
Okay. Nothing in the bedroom. Nothing in the living room. You get to like the bathroom that's attached to your bedroom, like the master bath. It strikes you as weird because you're not human anymore.
Yeah, so the bathroom is a
Yeah.
non-functioning room now.
There is a wad of toilet paper in the side basket that has his scent just emanating from it.
Oh God. Oh no. Oh
Hold on,
no.
let me preface this with, because I said toilet paper, so let me.
I know it's not shit toilet
It's not
paper.
shit.
I'm aware it's not
That's
shit.
not where I went. I
not
went
Okay,
the other one.
I was so worried that you guys thought I thought he took a shit and just put it in the thing.
No, I
Wiped
thought he
in
just
the
jacked
door.
off into it. Yeah.
It is stalker spunk.
Yep.
I hate this entire game, and I'm gonna shut this goddamn stream down right now.
Okay.
Alright.
He is gonna go for a walk, and he will text the group. I'll be a little bit late, but I'll be there. And he just needs to go for a walk to figure out what he's gonna do.
Not out loud, not concerning at all. Just given that
So
he was uncomfortable yesterday, she's like,
There.
So the rest of-
And he's also gonna text the group. I have shit to make sure that he tells us the truth.
Yep. So so you guys go to the bar, and you tell the bartender who is named when it's not Yo-Yo.
Ryan.
Oh, is it Ryan now?
now it's Ryan now.
Did
Yeah,
you
like
already
I'm
Google-
moving. I'm moving her. She's not been ghouled yet, but I'm moving
Okay.
her to nights.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ryan's behind the bar. You tell her that you guys are going to be upstairs and you'll have some people over.
Yeah.
And we're going to give you guys a chance to have a small conversation before anything else happens. So it's the coterie minus Jace.
Plus Duncan and Eddie.
I thought
Eddie,
you told Duncan
yes,
not to be
Duncan,
here.
you told Duncan.
Right. Duncan's not here.
But
Shit.
Kitty was supposed to have the sire
Eddie's here.
conversation with Duncan this morning before we came in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Eddie is already there waiting on you guys by the time you get to the bar. You think that Kitty is already here because Bud and Lou are outside. But you get up there, Kitty is still not there yet, but Eddie's there. And you're like, oh, the dog's walking back to the bar.
Yeah.
And then we'll say that Kitty arrives shortly thereafter.
I thought we were
having-
watching the Kitty's conversation scene.
Yeah.
I was fucking waiting for that. Like,
Oh, you wanted to
yes,
do that with?
she did.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I didn't know
If
if
you
you wanted to
don't,
do
it's
that
okay.
with the coterie.
We like to role play trauma here.
No,
We
no,
don't
no, no,
just
no,
say
no,
it
no.
happened, okay?
No, I didn't know if she wanted to have the conversation with the coterie present.
No, we already know who her fucking sire is.
Okay. I didn't
He
know
doesn't.
she was gonna.
Like,
So, before you all leave, I thought you wanted to have the discussion with the coterie. But if you just want to tell Duncan whatever you want to tell him,
No, I'm just telling Duncan.
okay. He expresses
Very-
the fact that unless it's pain of torture, or he will never tell your story to your coterie.
I ask again, Kat, would you like to role play the scene instead of just having Sway tell us it happened?
No. I wasn't. We're going to role play the scene.
Yeah.
I just didn't know she wanted to do it at her place alone, or
At
with the
the
coterie. I thought she was going to with the coterie. So,
Yeah.
before you begin, he tells you that he's not going to tell anybody anything. So feel free to tell him what you want to tell him.
She
That's what I was getting at.
takes a breath. And again, that she doesn't need. And he goes, well, there's kind of, you have to know what I was when I was not dead. A little bit. So when I was in, it was just me, my dad, and my sister. That's it. And my dad worked really hard to provide for us, but the world is cruel. So I worked really hard. I did college classes in high school. The moment I turned 18, I was working as a nurse. I wanted to be able to provide for my dad so he could stop working. So I was at the hospital. I was a pediatric nurse. And then the hospital caught on fire. And there was a man there. And God, now that I think about it, he definitely should have been afraid of that fire, and he wasn't, and I hate that. And the reason he always gave me is because I'm the only one who didn't run away, but he took me. And I woke up like this. I don't remember the bite. I don't remember drinking anything. I just woke up and I was here. Wasn't here. I was in a basement in the middle of nowhere, and I stayed there for years. He would starve me to the point of almost being completely taken over, and then feed me, and then do it over again, and over again, and over again, until I was completely 100% brainwashed to be dependent on him. And after that, I thought everything was great. I thought I was top of the world. He gave me whatever I wanted. He took me wherever I wanted. I ate and did whatever the fuck I wanted. And then he was gone. And then he was just gone. And I swore I did something wrong, that I fucked up, that the only person I have ever loved in this world hated me and was gone. And then he'd come back, and then he'd leave again, and then he'd come back, and then he'd leave again. And last time he left, I just didn't try to find him. And I still loved him. I loved him for a long time. And part of me, some fucked up brainwashed part of me, probably is always gonna love him. Because that's what for years, 50 something fucking years, that's all I knew. But then I met my friends, who showed me that friends can be just friends without any background meaning. And then I met Victor, who still in a position of power over me, let me not tell him the truth. Let me walk away without being forced to say something. And Jace gave me my first present ever. It's the only present I've ever gotten. And Siren had a sleepover with me and reminded me of my little sister. And fucking Jim is so wonderful. And I need to hang out with her more. And I feel horrible that I don't. But she always seems busy, and I don't want to bother her. I don't want to bother anyone. Because I don't want to be a bother, because I don't want everyone to leave me again.
He leans over. And he's just been letting you talk.
Mhm.
He leans over. I want you to say his name.
Atticus?
Say his full name.
Oh, no.
Okay. Then is he here in the city?
He was. I don't know if he still is. We haven't been able to find him. Since
How long ago was he here?
did I tell him how long ago? Because I don't
Okay.
remember.
Like 2 weeks.
2 weeks,
Yeah.
3 weeks, yeah.
But he hasn't contacted you.
I texted him and told him that if I find him, I'm going to kill him. And
Okay.
he said, you can try.
He said, we'll see.
He said, we'll see. Sorry.
Okay. I am not going to tell you what to do with all of that. But that name you said has no more power over you. To releasing it. Don't reach out. Let him be gone. Until he's not, and then we'll deal with it. In whatever capacity you need me there for.
Don't want to be alone again.
I don't want you to be alone. He stands up. Can I give you a hug? And he holds you.
She cries.
After a minute or so, he looks at you, wipes away the blood, grabs you by the hand, and you guys walk out. So, for Gem and Siren, you guys are sitting there. Do you guys engage in any like serious conversation?
We're the icebreakers that's sitting there uncomfortable. Did you get your snack? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, you're the people at the coffee shop? This is your all's coffee
This is our
shop?
coffee
We have
moment.
it for 20 minutes.
We got like 2 seconds
Yeah.
of coffee, man.
We're sitting there. What am I imagining? The stormtroopers in Mandalorian just sitting there having that one scene by themselves outside of all the chaos, and we just keep cutting. Oh no! It's Arthur Christmas. I'm imagining Grand Santa and little Brian. He's sitting there as he's up doing chaos and just. So, how you doing? Good. Good. You like the music? It's good. Weird vibe down there today. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And about the same time that Kitty shows up, Kitty, you see Id walking in front of you, essentially. And
Mentiroso.
Duncan walks you to the bar.
Right now.
I could
You
just.
throw me a fucking parade.
Duncan walked you to the bar. He sees Id and doesn't know if Id looks. He waves, and it takes Id a second to figure out, oh, see, I usually look like this all the time when I go out. Duncan looks like whatever the fuck is next to Kitty all day long.
It's a Lou.
Well, it's like, it still takes on the common every now like appearance of the crowds that he's in with Mask of Many Faces. Duncan's Mask of Many Faces, the longer he's spending time with Kat, is more of like how Kat is dressed, like kind of mirror her as
Aww.
this is the group that I'm
He's
in.
just a little run skater boy, and I love it so much.
Yeah.
He
Listen,
just
they
shows up
say-
in cutoffs and a bralette.
They say couples start to look like each other.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
literally just is a mask kitty.
Yeah.
Like, mask of many faces with a Q
There you
or
go.
a C. Mask.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's fun.
So Kitty, you walk in and Duncan starts to walk away and he says, I'll meet you afterwards. Just let me know.
I will.
And you go up there. Guys, you see Id come up there and he's looking like he's solemn in what he's about to tell you. And Kitty, you walk in after them. So is Jace gonna be here with us? Go ahead,
Oh.
Siren.
No, Siren has texted Gem just a link to a song, knowing she'll know what it is. That it's not gonna, and it's just Stay Cool from West Side Story.
West Side Story?
That's all it is. It's she just that link. That's it. And she knows the message will come across without her saying a goddamn word. She knows, if anything, this era of musical, Gem will understand this.
Jem looks normal. She's like, oh, I mean, I guess he's coming. I can text and see where he is. I told him to be here.
No, it's fine. We can wait. And he just goes to sit next to you.
She, like, flops her legs over his lap and hooks an arm. Did you sleep
he just
okay?
Kind of, like rests his. Yeah. I mean, I existed, and I woke up.
Did you exist okay?
Mood.
Yeah, world sucks sometimes.
I'm
You
sorry.
just kind of like pat your leg.
Hmm.
So I guess we can fill in Jace when he gets here. But essentially, I think that there are. I know that there are some people who are unhappy with not the prince, but would rather just them have more personal control than they do. It's New Orleans. It's not really a lot of this is your domain, this is your domain. And I think that ego's in it. I think ego is in on it or running it. And I don't know how that affects you all. It's just a thread I think that I wasn't supposed to know about.
How do you know about it?
His ego's a fucking idiot. A lot of when I'm running things, a lot of I don't know if he means primogen. I don't know if he means prince. I don't know if he means, he was talking about money and secrets and how knowledge is power, and it's the same shit. We heard this while we were quote unquote being raised by Grin, but it was in a different tone. It was self armor instead of outward projection of power to give over others. And I don't think ego wants to be it or wants to be Grin. I think he wants to be a bigger, better, more wealth, more power.
You think he wants to be dad?
I don't know. I think he's not comfortable with not being progressed to Primogen as he thought he was owed by being Grin's progeny. Dude's not experienced enough. It was never going to happen, but we didn't expect Grin to be taken away.
You said you had proof.
Yeah. And he pulls out the manila envelope out of his jacket pocket. 'Cause every character has a jacket pocket.
God bless the state of Louisiana for issuing us
It's
all
more
these
like underneath
wonderful
his hoodie,
jackets
right?
with pockets.
We all have a
New Orleans
uniform.
jacket. Yeah,
And it's-
That's really the Second Inquisition knows who we are because we
Yeah.
all have all the
It's
same
just because we have
uniforms.
They're all wearing the
Kill
school
them.
uniform.
They have
Vampire
pockets.
Academy school uniforms.
Yeah, exactly.
So he pulls out the manila envelope and he starts pulling out pictures, and he kind of like holds each one and tells you like, so this is ego meeting with Rebecca Chase, and he tosses it on the desk. And here's some obvious Nosferatu meeting with some of the security at the Hard Rock. And he's just showing picture after picture of different Nos. Engaging with different levels of Ventru hierarchy, and then meeting with people during the night who you don't know if they're kindred or not, but you don't recognize them. So they're not high publicity kind, and they're not kindred that you know. And in some of the photos with not Rebecca Chase, but hierarchy of the Ventru with Ego, there are blurred people in the pictures. And that could only be clan based, not Photoshop.
Yeah.
So I don't know, and he shows you guys this. I don't know, I don't know who the fuck that is, obviously, but
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a power play. I don't know if he is just trying to get personal wealth, but it's obviously not just him either. And he points to some of these other photos. So I don't know.
I'm going to text Siren really quickly.
What song is it?
He watches you do so.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's like, oh, okay. To text the ghoul across the street, because we know that her security
Yes.
cam points at our
Yes.
front door.
Correct.
I want it from the last half hour
Yeah.
to see if it picked up Bid walking in, or
Good
if
idea.
he ghosted machined.
That's a really good idea.
Because I don't know if he can or not.
The moment that you send that text message, in comes a very Jace, you come in, and what has transpired in the last few minutes? You know the shit is about to go down.
Yeah.
Do you want me to tell you the things that has transpired since your walk over here?
Oh God.
You opened the door for Candide.
Oh no. Oh no.
Now, do you want to have a conversation with Candide, or do you just want to walk upstairs?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Because you open the door for a woman,
Yeah.
kind of like plain woman, and she goes, "Nice to see you again, Jace." And you recognize that the voice is Candide.
Huh. What a coincidence.
Mm-hmm. So are we meeting upstairs?
Do you mind if we meet? Do you mind if we have a conversation first?
Okay.
And he will. Do we know Ryan? By the way, like
Yeah.
all four, like the rest of us know Ryan. Okay.
She's technically worked at the bar. She's just been day shift.
And that's why I wasn't sure if we knew
But there's
who
like a
she was,
there's
but a crossover. Gotcha.
crossover, yeah. She's so loud, you know her.
Honestly, even if she's leaving immediately,
She stays
we
and
know.
drinks. She stays and drinks, and has told all of you how much she loves you at some point.
I will nod to. I'll give a little wave to Ryan and then head towards Jem's office.
Okay. Candide follows you in. Candide sits in Jem's desk.
Yes, she does.
That's fair.
Whatever.
I will sit in the interviewee chair.
Oh, well, here's the question: would you have went for Jem's chair, or would you have sat in one of the side chairs?
Oh no, I like open the door and then wait for her to go in.
Oh
and
yeah,
so
she 100%
she has
just
the
walked
power
straight
to go wherever. Yeah.
She walked straight in and set her primogen ass out on the.
Do a sit on the desk. Go
Listen,
for
man,
it.
if there is one primogen that Jace is like, you know what? Yeah, I'll respect you. It's Candide, to be fair.
Honestly,
Yeah. So he'll sit in the interviewee chair across the desk from her.
What's up, Jace?
So were you asked to come today? Like this is I know that
No, it didn't invite me.
No,
Fucking
I'm
did.
not. It wasn't. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So what's your opinion on all this?
I don't want to have to kill people just because they want my chair. I would just prefer them be better. Better for the clan, better for our city. And then they can have my chair. I will give it to them.
Mm-hmm.
I believe this is somebody wanting my chair, and I would like to know everything I can.
So does
I
that
liked-
mean that you don't
Go ahead.
know things right now? Or does that mean that you know things and you're just verifying?
I know some things, and I would like to know some other things.
Do you think it is in on it?
I don't know. It has always shown himself to be loyal to me. He was loyal to the same loyalty that he would have given Grin. He's now shown me.
I heard that whenever Grin was still here, that they were forced to work together, not just because twins, but also as a level of protection to make sure that that's the
Grin
case. Do you
knew that
think
if one brother was acting against him, at least one of the brothers would tell him.
Do you think that that's what it is doing?
I want to say yes. I want that to be what is happening. One brother can easily take out the other. I would rather have the strongest, most clever of them be the one that is most loyal to me. But I also know that sometimes the best games are played next to the person you're supposed to be fighting against.
Fair.
Loyalty is a commodity, and if you can have it to spare to get a better interest later on, people 100% be loyal to you now just to find out answers to fuck you over with later on.
How long have you known about all this?
Well, I've known that people have wanted my spot since took over for Grin, but now
That's
it
a
looks like the
constant.
pockets are It looks like the pockets are getting deeper. The greed is getting more, and no play has been made for my chair. So now I'm wondering if they're going for the prince's chair instead. A Nas is never going to sit as prince, but a Ventrue might. And a Ventrue might willingly bestow gifts upon those who put her or them in the throne.
I'm telling you this so that I don't have to tell my coterie. But I fucking told them so.
About what? I need to know. About what?
About Rebecca Chase being a fucking snake in the grass.
Here's the thing. I don't think I think she's content. I don't think that she wants
Doesn't matter if you
more,
want it.
but I
You're
think
still doing
she
it.
would I think she would willingly put someone else.
Yeah, that's just as much of a problem.
Yeah.
But also, I have a thing, and he took the Gatorade bottles out of the weird box so that he's not been carrying this UPS box around as he angrily storms the city. But he's they're in his little side satchel, and he will just kind of like pat his side satchel and be like, I have something that can theoretically maybe force him to tell the truth. I was gonna try and just ask him to drink it, but if we need to, would you be okay telling him as a primogen to drink it?
Oh, he'll drink it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Well, let's go upstairs.
All right. Okay.
Where'd
He'll
you
get
this
up and
from?
open the door.
Is-
What?
She starts walking behind you with one, like, where did you get this from?
I have my sources. And
Should have been a Nos.
he'll open the door for her to.
Yep, and you guys walk upstairs. Now, Jace, what is your face looking like the moment you walk through with knowingly that Candide is right behind you?
He since
Do it. I didn't invite her. I didn't do it.
No, since the moment that he, like, whenever he found out that his space had been violated, he has just been like full bitch face the entire time. Even just the like 30-minute walk, 40-minute walk, whatever it was, has not cooled him down any.
Yeah. People
so
have
he is
like
just-
moved away from you instead of
Yes. And so that is just kind of the energy that he is bringing into into the studio tonight.
Thank you. I was literally about to say.
So you see Jace come in, and then right behind Jace is Candide. And it leans over and just puts the manila envelope on top of the pictures. Like, he's not covering anything up. He's just like, well, that fucking okay. How's
I
it
didn't
going?
bring her here. I didn't bring her here, but I'm glad that the meeting started. What all has been
Primogen?
discussed so far?
And Candide walks over and sits down, and she like takes the photos, and she flips through it. So why'd you bring the copies and not the originals? I've brought these in case they wanted to keep a set. I would also like to keep a set.
Answer the fucking question.
And he looks at you confused. I would like to keep a set. I could bring the originals and give you the originals and keep the copies, but my investigation's not over the moment I leave here. And she takes the Gatorade bottle, slips it over to Ed. Are you trying to take my throne? Or are you trying to take the prince's? And he looks at the bottle. He looks back at her. I'm good where I'm at. I never wanted Dad's chair. I don't want your chair. I sure as fuck don't want the prince's chair. I want to be left alone and do my own fucking thing. You've known that for years. And he looks at the bottle. He goes, what's this? She looks back at him. So that's a little incentive. That's an insurance policy. You see, you got the Tremere here. And they know so many little fun things to do, but you know what they can't do? Immortal, everlasting pain, like liquid sunfire of the mages. And it looks very, like he raises eyebrows, and that's about as much as he lets out. Are you loyal to me? Or are you loyal to your brother?
Can I turn on Sense the Beast to see how his beast is doing right now with
Yeah. Sense the Beast.
Good idea.
So you get a couple nervous energies from around the table.
Yeah.
Candide's is rock solid.
Wonderful.
So am I.
It's like a very like you get the impression of like a large panther bored playing with a mouse.
Lovely.
Whether the mouse is dead or alive, you can't tell. But the mouse's energy is coming from it of like, I will leave. Fuck you. I'm done. I will run.
Mhm.
But he's very scared.
What's up
He's
with
very,
energies?
yeah. And she goes, so are you loyal to me or your brother? I'm loyal to me. And I'm loyal to, after everything that we all heard last night, these guys. Because if these guys die, I die. And I'm not fucking dying today. She's like, but you could. I could die today? You could die today. You could die tomorrow. You could die right now. Drink it. You know I know mages. Drink it. You think the Tremere? No shit? No offense, Jace. These guys invented the material in the textbooks that the Tremere uses crib sheets. Drink it. If you're loyal, you'll be fine. If you're loyal to anybody besides those you've sworn oath to, however, well, they call that the Oath Breaker's Drop for a reason. Take a drink. So if I drink this, I prove to you that I'm not trying to take your spot. or you'll suffer everlasting agony that torpor can't save you from. He reaches over, unscrews the Gatorade bottle, drinks every last drop of it, shuts it. No fucking heartburn. Are you happy now? She goes, I don't know. Are you happy? And he goes, no, I'm fucking terrified. What are you afraid of? I'm afraid that if I don't answer your questions right, you're going to fucking kill me. That's great. Coterie, what do you have to ask him?
Someone else has to go first because I'll
Are
ruin
you
it.
ever happy to see Jem?
Yes.
Really?
That immediately, she's like, "Do you enjoy spending time with my sister over here?"
You peaked your own mic so much it said no. But he goes, yes, I'm happy to see fucking Meg. Jem.
Either way.
I'm happy to see all the personalities, okay?
Are you using me to get to Dad?
No, I'm not using you to... This is truth serum. How the fuck did that happen?
You drank it, dipshit.
No. Yeah, I'm not using you to get in bed with your father, to kill your father, to get him out of the throne, anything.
Are you trying to move ego up?
Fuck no.
Have you lied to us? Have you lied to them at all tonight?
Yes. So, since I'm just going to go ahead and answer because it doesn't matter. Some of these photos, I think that the Lasombra that are in these photos, or the people that are doing this, is the Lasombra, and I believe they're the Anarchs. I told you I didn't know who they were.
So, the Ventru and the Nas are working with the Lasombra?
If it's the Lasombra that I'm thinking about, Lasombra is secondary to the fact that they're Anarchs. So you have a Camarilla Ventru and an Anarch and a Nos working together. Those are... anybody that tags has a NOS tag along is looking for spies, crypto thieves, everything.
What
Were you going
Lasombra
to tell
are
us that,
Go ahead.
were you going to tell us that you were at these meetings too?
No, I was not going to tell you that I was at these meetings too, because that would implicate me, and I don't want to implicate myself. However, and he looks at Candide, no, I'm not trying to take your spot. I don't want to put Ego in your spot. I want to put Ego 6 feet beneath the fucking ground with a stake through his heart where he just lasts forever and ever.
Then you have to
Knowing
let
that
me start being mean to him.
Also, I don't want you to die, so I don't want him to have a reason to go after you in any way, shape, or form.
He said it under truth serum. He said it under oath. He does not want you to die. You may rest assured
He doesn't want
in
Candide
that.
to die.
No, he said it to Jem. When you said,
Yeah,
"Let me
just-
be mean to him."
Listen,
Like-
listen. I don't want you to die. That's a low bar to clear.
Not for vamps. I feel like that's okay.
That's true. You know what? That's true. Yeah.
Listen, there's a reason why she broke the ice with. Are you happy to see her? Fucking tell her. Like,
You said that if these are the Lasombra that you were thinking of, who are those Lasombra that you're thinking of? Do you have names?
I do. Can I ask you a question before I answer that one?
Sure.
How long does this fucking shit last? You know I have to go back home eventually, right?
I don't know.
Outstanding. So, yes, I know who the Lasombra are. Possibly, if it's them. I can't tell because they're blurs.
So who do you think it is?
If it's anybody in the Anarchs, it's probably a girl named Jax. And she's with Anarchs across the river.
Have you seen Addison?
I have not seen Addison since you've seen Addison.
Do you
I
know?
haven't seen Addison since he went missing. Sorry, I didn't mean to be cryptic and beat the rules. I have not seen Addison since he went
What
missing.
did you see, Addison? Jim?
I don't think that's
Right.
relevant right now.
is this a threesome situation we didn't know about?
I don't think that's relevant.
That's her next question. You got a threesome with Addison and Jem? What are you into sexually?
Whoa, whoa,
Oh,
Nope, we're not
oh.
doing that. I don't ask you. You don't ask me.
I
Sorry,
think
I-
family bonding should we all take a sip of this truth serum?
Next week, just do the shots. Yeah, you don't have to. The rest of us will feel what it's like to be Kitty. Let's go.
Um,
Can't lie.
What I would like to know before we go any further is how would you you all seem to have a lot more information than what I've given you.
Oh,
So,
We're good at
do
our
I need to
job.
not trust somebody?
no.
No, because if they came to us about it, then
Then they're
clearly
concerned
you
about the
two are
same
on the
thing as
same
you.
side.
So I could have friends. Do I get to
Oh.
know who this person is?
Are you gonna
Somebody
be
to work
put-
with?
with them as you are with us right now?
That might
What-
also
what-
put both of
what
you
was
in
that, Jim?
danger.
What was
Are
that?
you gonna be as angry with them as you are with us right now?
I'm not angry. I'm not angry that you did what you did. I'm angry that it worked. And I'm angry that the first thing I get is, how do I feel about you?
Yeah, I'm not
then
happy
right-
about that either.
Right before that, you were like, "You're fucking guilty," without ever actually talking to me. So I'm a little conflicted on where we are right now, but I don't think that's the main basis of this table.
That's why I asked
Like,
that
you
first.
can't really, come on. It was pointed out that people use me to get to Dad. You can't blame me
And
for
tell me
being-
who they are, and I will beat them into the sidewalk.
No, you won't.
Right
That's a
there.
bad idea right there.
You can't blame me for being cautious and paranoid. This is part of what I am. I'm just glad you didn't prove me right.
Is that the first time that Jem has mentioned anything about what her actual thing is in front of any of us? Siren will remember. That
Victory will
because
remember this.
again, no, because it's never been brought up.
Yeah.
A billion things in Siren's head just went, fuck!
So Candy looks over. So, do you guys have any other questions?
Oh, myriad, but I feel like,
I would suggest asking him.
are you about to take him somewhere and do some shit? Because I think.
No, but I don't know how long this lasts either. I'd like to get all the answers out as possible.
Well, then, do you have anything else you'd like to ask him?
Yeah, so you can't lie to me. Who is working against me? A few of the NOS. Do I need to list out all the names so you will tell me yes or no? Is this person? I have the time in my existence, but I would prefer you not waste it. Do you want to just tell me who they are, or do I need to break out the roster? All right, so ego for sure. He wants either you to not be Primogen and him to somebody he can control, or he wants to be Primogen. He said it. It's not exactly a secret. And then he lists off a couple other names, and she's like, "Okay, so no surprises there." How do you feel about the coterie? A walking dumpster fire that cannot be put out because every fireman shows up and pours gasoline on it.
You know
Just
what?
like-
That's fair.
Yeah.
Why are you helping them out? Because I like Jim and I don't want to die. Fair enough. Go ahead, Siren.
Got one really important one. Before Jem, before the liking, before the anything, before that was your reason, why were you investigating this instead of just letting yourself be left alone? What is the bigger risk here that puts your life at risk if they win? Because you've been
So-
investigating this longer than 6 months.
He looks at you confused. He goes, I haven't been investigating this longer than 6 months. And realistically, if it wasn't for Jem and it wasn't for you all, and now your connection to me, I wouldn't really care. I am loyal to the prince as far as loyal to anybody who is the Camarilla, but we are clan first.
Good.
That is Nosferatu. I don't care if we're all underneath the Anarch banner. It's clan first. And Candide visibly smiles. Like she is, knowing that came out of Truth
Truth
Serum.
serum, man. Yeah.
You're welcome. Listen, every now and then she makes some good choices and pokes at the right buttons. And I feel like specifically asking it that way of, hey, what the fuck, why are you risking it? And he, under Truth Serum, said, yeah, it wasn't more than 6 months. He wasn't, because I was looking for a timeline to trap him in if he was trying to be evasive and tricky.
Yeah.
He said it wasn't. So this is a recent thing. And yeah, so that's
Yeah, it's more like, oh, once this could harm the people that I care about
now I can't.
now it's an issue that I give a shit about.
There you go.
So I'm also going to tell you this wonderful idea because I guess I'm still living through it. And he slides the other, like he doesn't know there is a second one. If there's a second one, if there's a third one, if there's 100 of these, I would start making everybody drink it. It's real fucking annoying. Uh, but whoever told you that I might be involved needs to take a swig of that shit.
Oh,
Well, I'm not involved.
Yeah, but it's
But-
so unfair to believe you might be. You're his brother.
You were
No,
at
I
the
100%.
meetings.
I 100%. I understand.
See?
Just because I'm not pushing it doesn't mean I'm not inadvertently helping. And I don't know when I'm inadvertently helping or when I'm causing alarms to go off inside his head of rebellion and revolt and you're against me, so I have to destroy you.
Also, Kat's thing, you were at the meetings. I wanted to make sure that was heard.
Yeah, he pretty much said earlier that's why I didn't provide any evidence of that because I didn't want to implicate myself in this.
but you guys
Not
are like
far
salt
off.
and pepper. You ask for one, you get both.
Here's the question. I have pictures that I paid for. I say I paid for. My ghouls took pictures of all these events, so I would have evidence to show. Yes, there are pictures that didn't have me in them, because that's how I knew the events were going to happen, as I was a part of them. Some of these events are totally above board and could be explained away in a variety of reasons. However, when you start to add all of these incidents up, land grabs, money deals, all this other shit, and then it becomes questions of what's the bigger scheme. So yeah, I was there at some of these meetings. I knew about some of these meetings because I was in some of these meetings that could be explained away, plausible deniability on all partners. That's why I would put myself in that position. Some of these that I'm not in cannot be explained away in any way other than why are you working with the Anarchs? Why is the Ventru meeting with the Anarchs? The highest pure blood Camarilla golden marble asses of the Ventru are working with the Anarchs. Or at least unrecognized, unidentified La Sombra in our city. Some of these pictures you can't explain away.
Did the Ventura approach you and your brother, mostly your brother, or was it the other way around?
By the time that I was around these events, the introductions were already made and I didn't ask. So I don't know who came first. Is there anything else you guys want to ask the human lie detector? Or can I go feed this out?
Are you still gonna come by?
We can talk later. I'm not mad at you. I know why you did this. You're a hound and it's your coterie. I just would prefer to have a conversation where I'm not magically compelled to tell you the truth.
If it makes you feel any better, this was my fault.
Oh, I 100% would have done it to all of you guys if I would have had that available.
I mean, also fair, but I just
Not have
Jem
drinking.
didn't do this.
We would have given Kitty one. She's no difference. Zero difference whatsoever. Oh,
Literally.
she's
We don't
just
know
silly
that,
Kitty. Like, no,
right?
we don't know. We have no
Oh,
idea.
I don't know
I
that.
just
didn't
feel like,
think so.
oh,
I was
interesting.
we
Like,
know, but we don't know.
No, we don't know.
The only
Correct.
one
So-
knows that I can't lie is
Duncan.
Duncan, and Jace knows. I told Jace.
Victor has a
Yes.
feel for it.
And Victor, a guest. Yeah.
So he's gonna pat your legs to like get you to move your legs.
Oh, she had already kind of
Yeah,
moved
and
them.
he's gonna stand up, put the Gatorade bottle back down, and go over to Candide and just kind of like pats her on the shoulder and kneels down. You should have already known I had your back. And gets up and walks away.
I feel awful.
All
No,
right, Jem.
don't. He's still young enough to think that me knowing something
awful.
matters.
This is terrible. The only thing that can make it better is I need to know which one of you tops when you're with Rebecca Chase.
On that note, Siren's gonna just fucking leave.
No.
On that-
I will have this goddamn answer.
We'll also have this goddamn
If you-
answer. Kitty leans in.
if you think Princess Prissy-ass could top me,
Ma'am, stop.
So valid.
I'm going through a breakup right now. I might do something terrible.
and that's where we're gonna end the episode on tonight. A lot later than we wanted to, but we kept going into really good stuff. So hopefully you guys don't mind too much. I love your faces.
We found out the answer to
The
the
answer
eternal
we
answer.
needed is Pillow Princess Rebecca Chase. Pillow Princess Rebecca Chase.
But
What
honestly-
I heard.
That's
Pixie,
the
before
answer
we roll,
that we all knew.
Yeah.
Pixie, before we roll out, what's your Kickstarter doing?
It's at $4,609.
Yay!
So
in
so
12
so-
hours.
So
Bam.
$200 for this stream. People don't sign up for.
Yeah.
Thank you
And
guys
it's
so much.
late
If you
too.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
if you guys join the Kickstarter today, at least follow it. That'd be really helpful. If you wanted to decide to put money down on it later on, I guarantee you that if you know the stories, the world is based off of the game. The game lets you be a part of the story, and if you want to go ahead and at least follow it, go check it out, see if it's something that you want to put your money behind. Even the $5 tavern investment is enough to say, hey, look, I support you. I want you to go off and do good things. So, is there anything else you guys want to say?
Finally
Love
got
you guys.
the raid set it up. That was
There you go.
awful. It did not want to do it. All right. So,
All right. But we will
Bye,
see you guys next
guys.
time,
thank you.
next week.